SHANNON Kobara, Kina, Batudo, Kapisa Komani, Aputi Kina Mana, Titikini Konafi, Kuna, Na, Akumona, Ska, Fla, Na, Kimokomana Nena. Kimokomona Boa. Kimokomona Boa.
Kimokomanani como Kimo Somada. Na. Kimonama come Kimo Nuhana. Na. Kimo Esboyana, Latino Komona.
Economic empowerment, health equity, and other issues. On one side of this race is Donald Trump, a fellow New Yorker I've known for 40 years. Only once in that time, did he take a position on racial issues. He spent a small fortune on full-page ads calling for the execution of 5 innocent young teenagers. Well, I'm gonna bring them out in a minute, and you'll hear from them tonight. Because they were not executed, they're here to continue to fight. But it was there that I saw Trump love to fan racial flames. On the other side is a woman that I walked with in Selma, Alabama to commemorate the 59th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. Kamala Harris spoke to me that day about unity and passing bills. All I ever heard from Donald Trump was how he can get an advantage. I see one candidate who wants to protect.
How many times are they going to mention Trump in 3 days? It's crazy. I think it's the National Trump Convention. I haven't heard Trump's name mentioned. I don't think they mentioned Trump's name this much at the National Republican Convention, to be honest with you. This is fucking mind-blowing. It's fucking just mind-fucking-blowing. It's fucking mind-blowing, bro. It's fucking mind-blowing, bro. Fucking mind-blowing. Tell you. I'll fucking tell you. I'll fucking tell you. Kimukuno na hamini no ma. Kamala Harris set to speak very soon here at the National Convention, Democratic Convention. Theo Vaughn had a big, long interview with the great Donald Trump. We're going to talk about that tonight. And, of course, the last night of the Democratic Convention tonight, where Vice President Kamala Harris, I don't want to say her name wrong because you might get arrested or you might be called a racist. And meanwhile, Joe Biden still says her name totally wrong. But that's okay. It's okay for him, you know? Double standards all around. But yeah, tonight, you want to talk about the last 3 nights, this Democratic convention being a fucking utter joke. Lie after lie after lie after lie after fucking lie is what we hear. Oh, I mean, it's just insane how much lying. You know, kids are going around and asking, is Donald Trump going to ban abortions for women not to be able, like, you know, if they're raped and if they're, you know, something happens where they could die if the baby's born, and Trump's going to, like, get rid of that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wow, they are really trying to brainwash these young kids and, you know, the generation coming up, so they already have them locked in type of thing. This Democratic convention has been such a fucking joke. The amount of lies, the amount of bullshit that if you listen to the whole thing, which I didn't listen to the whole thing, I couldn't do it. Just lie after lie after lie. It's fucking insane. It really is. Like, I mean, you want to talk about a fact-checking, like, you need like an AI fact-checking big-ass machine to, the amount of bullshit that these people spew is insane. It really is. Like, if you're sitting there and you're asking yourself, who should I vote for at this point? And you watch this shit. How can you, like, I don't understand how some of these people are brainwashed to vote for the Democratic Party just in a whole, man. This is crazy. The lies that they've been saying. I got some clips. Biden came on the first night, which they were like, get this old fart up there, get him over with, and get him out. He's on vacation. Like, he's spent at least a year on vacation out of the 3 or 4 years that he's been president. So he's on vacation again. And they put him on the first night just to get the old fuck out of here. Get him out of here. He smells like shit. His diapers are fucked up. Get him out. They got him out on the first night. He did his little speech. He lied his whole way through, bumbled his fucking words like usual. Then they had the Obamas come out. Bill Clinton spoke last night, which was a fucking total joke. You know, and all these, like, they're just the elite of the elite who come out and tell you what you should believe, what you shouldn't believe. You know, you got actors and actresses there because it's, you know, the Democratic Party is all about, you know, Hollywood and the elite of the elite. But it's been a fucking, just a fucking joke. It really has been. I haven't watched the entire thing, but it's just been fucking crazy. It really has been. I was watching a clip of the news where they were saying if that dumb Kamala wins, it would set women back. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think so. I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. It'll definitely set women back because she can't even tell you what a woman is. Let's not forget that. She can't even tell you what a woman is. We're going to cover her speech when she comes on. We're going to listen to it. We're going to roll with it for a little bit and listen to what she's saying because supposedly she's going to be unveiling her plans for the next 4 years on day one. I love how she says day one. You know, oh my God, they got Steph Curry on video right now talking. You know, they had the coach, Steph Curry's coach, on the other day who he listen, he hates Trump. But he gave a great speech, and he sounded probably like the best guy at the convention so far, to be honest. But they got the Hollywood elite and the sports world on their side. You know, for some reason, that's, I don't know. I mean, Hollywood, I guess, backs the Democrats. They always have. You know, but honestly, the Republicans are not much better because, like I said, kids are asking questions about, is Trump going to legalize abortion throughout the country if he becomes president? And it's like, man, they really are putting it out there so much that kids are fucking even picking up on it. Like, whoa, this is something that no one's ever done before. Is he going to do that? And it's like, no, he's not. Like, they just keep lying. You know, Biden came out and started yelling at Trump during his speech, like full on yelling. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? And he starts yelling and probably shitting his pants at the same time. And he's like, he said something about the dead soldiers being a bunch of losers and blah, blah, blah. Dude, come on. No one in their right mind would say some shit like that. Not even Trump. Why would he call dead people that died in World War II losers? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. But yet they keep pushing it out there and pushing it out there and pushing it out there. And it's fucking like, I mean, how many lies are you going to tell? How many fucking lies are you going to tell? So she should be speaking within the next 20 minutes, a half hour. And I mean, really, like, what is she going to say? What is she going to say? The new Kamala. We got the new Kamala who's going to be coming out very soon. So we're all going to see the new Kamala, guys. She's going to give a speech very soon here. The new Kamala is going to come out. She's going to tell us her plans for the next 4 years. And then she's going to tell us that on day one, she's going to do this, this, and that. Meanwhile, she's been vice president for fucking 3 years, almost 4 years. Day one was already here 4 years ago. You had day one. You know, when the president was losing his fucking mind and the whole country knew that the guy was Alzheimer's, you could have stepped up and you could have started doing things like be a border czar like you were, you know, and you could have really did the job and showed America that, hey, look, I'm not only good enough to do the job, but I'm doing the job because our president is fucked up. But she didn't do that. She just stood there and lied the whole time that he's fine, he's running again, he's going to be our president, he's totally fine, he's sharper than ever. She did that. Instead of taking the bull by the horns and showing people that you could be president, she just says it now. She just says it. Because nothing she's done has showed us that she could be president. Nothing. Nothing. If you want to erase her name, her color, and throw that out the window, erase Donald Trump's name, erase what he is, white, old guy, throw that out the window, right? And put these two records up against each other of one person who was president for 4 years, one person who was vice president for almost 4 years, and put their records up against each other, Trump wins hands down. Trump wins hands down. He did the job as president, whether it was a good job, a bad job, or whatever it was, he did the job. We all survived, right? Even though he thinks he won that election, he's not president. He didn't become a dictator. He didn't, you know, take Biden out and take over the U.S. like everybody says he is. You know, democracy is on the ballot this year. You know, we have to beat Trump because he'll be a dictator, and they're telling these people that, and some of these people believe the bullshit that they're hearing. It's fucking insane. It really is. It's like the guy was president for 4 years. He already showed us what he's going to do. You know what I mean? Like, so there's really nothing to guess about. We know what we're getting. You know what I mean? Like, but yet they just keep fucking lying and keep manipulating and keep fucking lying. It is insane how many lies. Now, if this party didn't lie, maybe they'd have more people that like them, but they're losing people by the droves. The Democrats are losing people by the droves. And honestly, the Republicans aren't that much better because there's some fucking wild, crazy assholes that are Republicans and that believe weird shit. Like if you get raped and you're having a child, you shouldn't get an abortion. You should not have an abortion. Like, that's just fucking mind-boggling to me. Or if you're a woman and you're having a baby and the baby is threatening your life and the baby's life, they're against you taking the baby's life to keep the mother alive. They'd rather both of them fucking die than to try to save the mother, which is fucking stupid shit. So there are assholes on both sides. There is no doubt about it. But one side is way more radical than the other. And that is the truth. You know, when you got a guy who puts tampons in boys' rooms, come on. Come on. Really? That's saying a lot. That's fucking saying a lot. So anyway, let's check in on this convention, see what they're saying right now. They got somebody on the stage right now talking. Let's check this out and see what the deal is here.
America has never been about me. As President Obama said, the single most powerful word in our democracy is the word we.
We.
The people.
Oh, we.
We shall overcome.
We.
Yes, we can.
We.
And we've got a message for the me guys.
We.
We is more powerful than me.
We
will protect and restore reproductive freedom.
Can you tell me what a wee is?
Secure the border. We'll protect Medicare and Social Security. And we'll turn the page and write a new chapter for this country. We'll let Kamala Harris be the next president and beat Ted Cruz. Thank you all so much.
And beat Ted Cruz? What the what? Oh, I think he's saying he's going to beat Ted Cruz. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, bro? And I hope she beats Ted Cruz, who's not running for president. So anyway, they're saying that Kennedy could come out very soon for Donald Trump. That he's going to actually not run, and he's going to endorse Donald Trump. And they said that he's going to give money, votes, his time, and volunteer his time, do commercials, whatever the fuck he needs to do to help Trump win. I think that he's going to be a Democrat. A Kennedy is going to back Donald Trump probably very soon here. So look for that to happen very soon in the news, that he's going to come out and he's going to say, listen, and you know what? I wonder how he's going to say it, Kennedy. Is he going to come out and say, hey, listen, out of these two idiots, I like Donald Trump more? Or is he going to come out and say, listen, I love Donald Trump all of a sudden. I think he's great, like Vance, like the vice president, soon-to-be vice president said, you know, yeah, I called Donald Trump Hitler, compared him to Hitler, but my views on him changed over the years, watching him as president and everything that's gone on the last couple of years. Obviously, he's not, you know, Hitler. I mean, it's... I just can't believe that they could compare this guy to fucking Hitler. I just can't. It's fucking mind-boggling to me. Like, if they were alive during World War II, they would not be comparing this guy to Hitler, because if you were around to see the destruction and the death that Hitler caused other people and his own people, you wouldn't be comparing Trump to that. And it's fucking extreme. It's too extreme. No wonder why Donald Trump has everybody trying to kill him. Just like today, when he went to the border, there's a threat of somebody trying, or a couple of people trying to kill him today again. And it's going to keep happening. And you know what? They'll probably get to the guy eventually. I don't see how he could fucking dodge all these bullets, you know? Which is a shame, because it seems like every time there's people that get, like, not every time, but when there's a big movement in this country for someone, for a leader, and it's like magical behind what this person is doing, and the amount of people that like them or hate them, they seem to take these people out every time. You know, so it just always happens in our country, and they know exactly what they're doing when they say Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. He's a threat. He's gonna, you know, be a dictator. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. Of course they're gonna fucking want to kill this guy. Come on. Sorry, folks. I had to take a quick phone call there.
I put in work to build my business. When COVID hit, this administration's support kept us moving.
Rolling eyes in
I
his
hired staff, and we grew. We more than doubled in
Fuck up.
size.
Sounds so annoying, this bitch. Sounds just like a Democrat.
Over the last
You can hear it in the voice.
18 million new business applications have
Make
been
me
filed.
sick.
Like Trump, I grew up in...
Never put my dick in a Democrat. Never.
I built my business with grit.
I built my business with a pussy and a dick.
Corey.
And a fucking dick.
Trump.
Oh, fuck you, twat. Go fuck you.
I'm Eric Fitz, and these are my sons, Christian and Carter.
All right. Christian and Carter, all right. Let's see what you got to say now. Come on, man. Give me something
I
good.
always try to set an example for my boys.
Okay, that's
to
good.
teach them compassion,
That's good.
accountability, and resilience.
I respect that.
I want those values to be reflected in our leaders.
Yes.
I don't want to have to turn off the TV because our president is lobbing insults or telling lies. I'm tired of all of the hate.
You know, you just described both sides there. Yelling insults or telling lies. Both sides do that. They throw insults and they tell lies. Trump has done it. Biden, Harris, they've all done it. So you just described both sides to me, dude. So let's keep going.
Time to move forward together and build a country our kids can be proud of.
Because it ain't a country you could be proud of now, right? Now, it's nothing you could be proud of now. I mean, we might get there one day. So basically right now they got all these people coming out on the stage, the everyday people, the everyday person, the everyday man, woman, child, coming out telling you how much they hate Trump. Isn't that nice? And let me tell you, if they do kill Trump one day, these very same people that are like, we need values and we need good and joy and and friendship and love, and these very same people that are saying all this shit right now will be cheering the fact that Donald Trump is dead. Okay? Those very same fucking people that tell you should have love and compassion and warmth and, yeah, really? Really? Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Earlier tonight, I ran into Martin Luther King III, of course, the son of Martin Luther.
Martin Luther.
He told me, obviously, what a remarkable moment this is from his vantage.
Remarkable.
Civil rights moment for the nation. He said he predicts that Vice President Kamala Harris will, quote unquote, blow the roof off of the place. And he said, honestly, more than anything, the importance of an evening like this is to rally people to go out in states like Georgia, where he says around 10,000 volunteers have been recruited in order to go out and participate, get people out to vote. And right now,
by the way, they just passed a law today that I think in Arizona that it's to protect voters. Like you can, like it's to more gauge in on real voters and keep fake voters and, you know, bullshit with dead people voting and, you know, illegal aliens voting all out of the polls in that state. So that's a very big important thing that passed today in the courts. If you want to go look that up, that was big. So Obama and his wife came out, and Michael Obama came out with a full-on hard-on. I mean, this thing was pinching a tent, bro. This fucking thing was like a bull's fucking, like a fucking hammer. And he walked out on the stage with a fucking hammer in that. And it's, you know, the hammer's there. It's there, and it's a fucking hammer. And we all know that Obama loves smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? He likes smoking sausages, just like me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, man, they're going, you know, they're waving the flag. They're doing all this shit. It's Hollywood time, guys. There's supposed to be a big guest. There's rumors that, okay, listen, Beyonce's going to be there. It's like you almost know it, right? But there's supposed to be Taylor Swift is rumored to be there. And all this other shit. And it's just like, you know, Hollywood's going to show up. Hollywood is going to show up for the Democrats, especially for Kamala. You know what I mean? And this is what it is, man. This is the muscle that they put behind Kamala, a woman who got no votes whatsoever when she ran for president in 2019, 2020. She got booted out first out of all the Democrats that were running, right? As many of you guys remember. Right, so she gets no votes. She's not that popular. But they knew, put the machine behind her, and we will get votes. We will get people. We will get, you know, people going. People, you know, we push the fact that she's a black woman and, you know, that whole thing. Meanwhile, she's technically not a black woman, okay? She's technically not. But that's not even the argument. And you know what? I hate when I hear Trump turn around and say derogatory things, because it's like, all right, listen, get it out, say what you got to say. Most of it is true, I get it, but you can't linger on with that negative shit and keep just attacking her and attacking her. Talk about the record, talk about her as a person, how she sucked cock, talk about what she did as she was a prosecutor, the fucking foul shit she did to people, talk about what she did as vice president for so long, and what the fuck are these guys doing, bro? This is like the Blue Man Group, but in white clothing, like retards. I just, this guy's upside down. This is so hard to do. Play the drums upside down, really? Go talk to Tommy Lee. Fucking, I don't know what this is, but I'm waiting for Jack Black to get rolled out in a fucking wheelchair. This fat piece of shit. So Hollywood is, you know, massively behind these people, and that's just the way it is, man. Kamala has the machine by her. She's going to get votes no matter what they do. They're pushing the fact that, you know, like I said, she's a black woman, and God bless her. Like, listen, I like the fact that people can come to this country and become their dreams. But most of the people that come to this country now, they make money here and they send it back to their country. So the people that are coming here lately, in the last 20 years, they're not even putting money back into us, back into the country, back into our shit. They're sending it home. You know what I mean? And it's like, how long do you expect to operate in that way when you're letting all these people in, you're letting them all work, you're letting them all vote, you know, they expect just total chaos. And you know what? To be honest with you, these fucking people, all of these politicians don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, they all don't give a fuck. They're rich. They're going to be wealthy, rich, and powerful, right? They get to have the nice neighborhood, the security, the cops, when they get to shoot down the cops everywhere else in this country and say, no, you don't need police here and you don't need them there. We need to defund them and take them off the streets. Meanwhile, they got security. They got armed fucking people with assault rifles and handguns all around them at all times, like most of these people, right? So it's like, no, I'm allowed to have these guns and these people around me, but you're not, because you're just a regular citizen. You know, I'm a person of privilege, you know, because I'm a politician. And that's what they want. They want that. And if society crashed, and they could still be voted in, even if there's fucking 70 million illegals in this country, they would still do the same shit they're doing, because they're going to be voted in. And as long as they're voted in and they have that power, they are going to hook themselves up, period. They're going to hook themselves up and their people. And that's it, plain and simple. They'll never differ from that, because politics is broken. As soon as they put private money into politics, it broke. It's over. On both sides, it's over. You have a two-party system that is corrupted to the fucking core. So you need to restart shit. You need to add more. You need to give more of a selection. You might even have to make the presidency a longer time as president. 4 years ain't shit. Especially when you have people attacking the fuck out of you and you can't do a goddamn thing. All right? Now, Biden, I wish he would have did great, because he's my president, right? But he didn't. He did very bad. The country's very bad. He wasn't around. He wasn't thinking. He was fucking off on vacation, even the days that he was at work in the Oval Office. The guy was in vacation. All right? He's been in vacation since day one, right? So he fucked the country up. Nobody did a fucking thing about it. They'd rather just lie to all of us than to tell us the truth. Like, step up there. If Kamala Harris was such a leader, she would have stepped up there and said, listen, Biden has things going on. We don't know exactly what it is yet, but be confident in me that he picked me for a reason. I got this country's back. I'm going to make sure that nothing goes wrong and everything is taken care of. Our security, our financial shit, all of that is taken care of. I'm the vice president. If it falls on me, I'm ready to take on the responsibilities and fix things. I know we've been, lacking, or this is, some kind of an excuse, some kind of feedback, something. Now, is she going to do that tonight? Is she going to give you a speech where she's like, listen, no, she's not. She's not going to tell you the truth. She's not going to say, I covered for a president for the last 3 years that lost his mind 4 years ago. She's not going to tell you that. She's going to sit there and lie, and she's going to say, I did this, I did that, I didn't do this, I wasn't a border czar, I didn't do that, I didn't say this, I didn't say that, I don't feel this way, I feel that way, flip-flopping on fucking everything, right? That's what you're going to get. Now, if she came out and shocked the world tonight and fucking told the truth like it is and said, you know what, he was losing his mind, he is slipping, but I'm ready to grab this country and I'm ready to fucking do good for all of us. Not just for one side, not for just one color, but for all of us. I would get behind that bitch and I'd vote her in a fucking second. I wouldn't care about her past. I wouldn't give a fuck about her sucking dick. I wouldn't give a fuck about any of that. I would say, you know what? She's going to do the right thing. Let's put her in. But she's not going to come out and do that. She's not going to come out and do that. She's going to come out. She's going to lie to everybody. That's what we're going to hear. More lies, more lies, more lies. Because that's all you fucking hear with these people is lie after lie after lie. It's the most fucking ridiculous thing. They can never just tell the truth and tell it like it is. Trump goes on Theo Vaughn, right? And shout out to Theo Vaughn. He's fucking awesome. Theo Vaughn is great. Okay, he don't hold back. Even though he had Trump there, he still acts the same way he would if he had fucking Joe Schmo there, right? And Theo Vaughn says all these things to Trump. And what does Trump do? He sits there and talks with this guy for over an hour and a half, I think, and spoke from the heart, spoke off the mind, off the head, in the moment, in the fucking moment. Do you think that Kamala Harris could sit down and have a conversation with Theo Vaughn like that? Do you think that Joe Biden could? Do you think that Tampon Tim, the wannabe vice president, could sit down and have a speech or have a discussion with Theo Vaughn like that? No. Trump can, because he ain't hiding anything. That's a man who's not hiding anything. Yes, he's a scumbag. Yes, he says fucked up shit. But he's the best man for the job right now. Literally. Best person for the job. If Trump had a set of tits and a vagina and acted the same way he does now, I would still vote for him if he was. I don't give a fuck if it's a woman, a man. I just want the best person available. And there's not much available. There's not much available, okay? There's two parties. Both of them are corrupted. All of it's mostly rigged. So, you know what? We don't get much of a choice, bro. And my choice right now is Trump, okay? Would I kill for Trump? Absolutely not. Am I a diehard Trump guy? No, I'm not head over heels for the guy. I wouldn't go out there and, listen, if they arrest him, then I'm head over heels. If they arrest him and they put him in jail, or if he wins this election and they try to stop it, then yeah, I'm a Trump guy. Yeah, even more. After he got shot, it opened me up to a lot more about that guy because it was pressure under fire, and you got to see who Trump really was. And a lot of people were like, oh, we had to make sure he got up and got that photo op. No, it wasn't a photo op. It was raw emotion. The guy heard bullets whizzing past his head and fucking got clipped on his ear from a bullet. Not shrapnel, not glass, a bullet. A fucking bullet hit his ear. A bullet. What the fuck do you think that is? Like, people have downplayed that shit so much, it's crazy. It really is fuck. I think they're going to look back at this time here in America. People like 50, 60, 70 years from now are going to look back at this time and they're going to say, oh my God, those people are fucking retarded. Like, were all of them dumb? Did COVID blow out their fucking minds? Did COVID affect people's fucking brains? What the fuck happened? There's still people wearing fucking face covers, and now they're saying in the news that COVID is coming back double. It's fucking coming back, and the hospitals are full of COVID and this and it's like, you're not even telling people to quarantine anymore. Why are you trying to scare? And then these idiots are walking around with fucking masks on still, driving a car, one person in the car, with a fucking mask on, with a fucking mask on. I want to just go, I don't want to fucking cut him right off. I want to road rage the shit out of him and be like, what are you wearing? I want to walk up to one of these masked fucking idiots and I want to be like, why are you wearing a mask? Why? Oh, it pisses me off. It's so fucking stupid. All right, let's listen to this.
Kamala Harris.
Together, we will chart a new way forward.
The Democratic nominee speaking directly to the American people in her first major address since taking over the ticket.
Democrats fired up for the final night of a week-long celebration.
Turn out for what? America, hope is making a comeback.
When we fight.
Can she reach undecided voters and keep the momentum going on this critical night on the road to the White House?
From NBC News, live from Chicago, the Democratic National Convention.
Tampon Tim with Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim live
Good evening,
tonight.
everyone. Welcome to our special coverage, the fourth and final night of the Democratic National.
The fourth and final night of the Democratic Congress. Listen, will she say that she's a cunt tonight? She will say that she's a cunt tonight. She'll admit to blowing men to get where she is. Nah, I'm just fucking around, but it would be nice to see her be real, you know, like Trump is. It would be really nice to see that, but that ain't happening. Anyway,
Presidential candidate just weeks after she took over the top of the ticket from President Biden.
She's out there right now.
She's set to focus on three areas, sharing her background, drawing a contrast with her opponent, former President Trump, along with what her campaign is framing as her patriotic vision.
Well, the DNC for the night is For Our Future as the country enters the final stretch of the presidential campaign. Election day just 75 days away, and a raucous crowd out here on the convention
And it's
floor.
probably going to get noisier at points as we move along. We've got a lot to get to tonight. Coming up, we're going to hear from a slew of big names, including remarks from Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, a performance by the singer Pink, a speech from Michigan.
Really, Pink?
And of course, tonight's
Really,
keynote
Pink?
address
Are you serious? Are you gonna spit on the floor?
President Harris.
Well, Harris will be speaking
You're gonna spit pink. You're gonna go hawk tui on the floor tonight. You fucking diesel dyke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting worked up. Look at this guy. Died 4 years ago. Is it true tonight she's going to have a guy come out on stage and suck his cock live on TV tonight, Jim? I can't believe she's actually going to go ahead with sucking this guy's cock live on stage. It's going to be great, isn't it? I can't wait for him to put his hands up in the air and say, oh my God, it feels so good. Anyway, here's our first speakers of the night. Remember these three bitches? They made fun of 9/11 and we all canceled them back in 2001. Here they are to sing the national Go Fuck Yourself. Everybody take a knee. And then we'll sing the national anthem, you fucking Democratic twats. Holy fuck.
Who's brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched?
We got the national anthem. You gotta wait for the national anthem. For the Phantom. Gave through to the night that the flag was still there. Blah, 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 blah. Bullsy, what's up?
Nothing much.
What's going on?
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen this or talked about this yet. Tuned in, I'm just hearing you talk to them about masked people. People wearing masks and shit.
Yeah.
But one thing I don't know if you talked about yet was Tim Walz's son breaking down kind of bizarrely. We'll just say he's acting like Tim Walz, but on a more grandeur scale. He was clapping weirdly.
Wait, who was his son?
Yeah, if you've seen that.
Tim Walsh's son, oh wait, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They're showing him and his son right now in the audience. They just did. Hold on, let me go back and show that. Hold on. Let's see what we see here. Hold on. All right. So you're gonna see them come up right now. You ready? In about 10 seconds. Watch. Let's see if he's weird. Let's see. Ready? Here we go. In about 4 seconds. Look. I mean, there he didn't look too weird, but like, what was he doing? He was just clapping weird and shit?
I guess so, because like when I saw the clip, I kind of actually laughed at it because it was just unexpected and shit. And he just became a meme for that.
Yeah, he's gonna be all over the internet now. Yeah, fucking dope. Dude, all these people are fucking weird, bro. They're like satanic fucking devil worshippers, bro. You know? Behind the scenes, these people probably fucking drink fucking goat blood and fucking sit there jerking each other off. Fucking weird shit, bro.
Yeah, the first thing I thought was like, is that a Kyle Rittenhouse clone?
Oh, what? His son? Really? Yeah, he looks a little like him. He does. Rittenhouse.
Yeah, is that literally Kyle Rittenhouse doppelganger? Like, where did he come from?
The Rittenhouse. The fucking Rittenhouse, bro. That guy goes to college now. He's, I guess, doing really well. I seen him on a show not too long ago. Kyle Rittenhouse, the old Ritter.
Yeah, which is nice. But my big thing was when I was looking at it. Apparently, that whole thing kind of made people angry, and I'm not talking about people making fun of him. I mean, people were angry at the fact that people were making fun of him.
Oh, really?
Very angry.
Well, I mean, listen, they made fun of fucking Trump's son. What's his name? The tall one. What's his name again? The
Trump Jr., I believe.
No, it's with a B or something. I think. Bryce, maybe not. It's one. I don't know. The tallest son, the youngest one. They made fun of him when he was president, and they were in the White House. They were making fun of the son, and talking shit about him. And people, some people were like, in the media, the legacy media, were against it and like, yo, what the fuck? Kids are off the limit, But a lot of people went with it, bro. You know, and it's these same people that are bitching and moaning now probably about them saying shit about his kid that talk shit about Trump's, because there's a double standard. And it's like, it's okay to do this to this side, but it's not all right to do that to that side. You know? It's always a fucking double standard.
Yeah, but forget about talking shit about kids. People talk shit online in general.
Exactly, bro. That's why, yeah, a lot of people go online just to do that. Like, it's a stomping ground for it, bro. You know, like, what do these people expect? They're fucking crazy.
Like, they do it all the time, but the moment it happens to somebody, they don't want it to happen to. It's just, all gloves are off.
Yeah. I couldn't believe Steve Kerr, bro, right? The ex-basketball player, great, because he was a great player. He's now the coach of the Warriors, and he coached the fucking Olympic gold medal team in basketball. And he got up there, and he probably delivered the best speech of the last 3 nights. But some of the shit he was saying was like total bullshit, because it's like, bro, if you're going to say that about that side, what about the shit on this side? Like, you just ignore it? Just ignore the fact that this side is completely fucked? Like, you're going to call the other side out. All right, some of the shit he was saying was legit, because there are far-right motherfuckers that are just out of their minds. But do it down the middle. There's no one who's fair. You know, like I said tonight, if Kamala Harris came out tonight and said, listen, screw what everybody wants me to say in the Democratic Party. I'm about to touch you Americans in a real way right now, and I'm about to be real with you guys. Yes, Biden was fucked up. No, I couldn't say anything at the time because we had to nationally protect our country or blah, 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 whatever. You know, maybe she can't say that. I get that. But somewhere along the lines of like delivering a real speech from the heart, not from cue cards, not protecting yourself, not flip-flopping, you know, not lying about your opponent. Just deliver the truth. You know how many people she would win over if she did that? And the fucked up thing is, she's not going to do that because she knows the Democratic machine is behind her, and she's going to get votes no matter what she does. She could take a shit on that stage tonight, take her pants, just pull it on down, and fucking squat right there in the middle of everybody and just go, the whole shit. The whole shit. And she'd still get a ton of fucking votes. Let's not kid ourselves. She would still get a ton of votes. So she knows the machine's behind her, so she don't have to fucking tell the truth. She don't have to.
She is a nasty woman. Like
she's a nasty bitch, bro. She is, bro. The shit that she's been rumored to do, and the stuff that you can confirm she's been involved with. I'm not even talking sexual. I'm talking like the shit she did to people that were in jail, that there was proof they were innocent and they should have been let out, and she kept them in there for years for no reason at all. No reason at all. You know, it's like...
That's how they kind of make profits nowadays in prisons. You think government does make a lot of money from that alone. Like, if you take, for example, why the criminals are being released every now and then, right? Like, there's a prisoner that, well, a criminal that keeps assaulting people, stealing purses, killing kids, and they get released, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing. But they also have, like, people held in prison. Because guess what? Our tax money goes to that.
Oh, yeah. And, dude, what about the private prisons that people privately own? They keep those shits stacked up and full to the brim. You know what I mean? And taxpayers' money goes to that private prison to house those people in it, right? And it's like, oh, what a fucking racket that is. Keep the jails fucking full of people, mainly black people, because that's what's mainly in there. And black people don't even really give a fuck. Nobody even complains or says anything about it. And all these politicians fucking make money on it.
Yep.
And nobody gives a fuck. They'll vote for Kamala Harris, who's connected to all that shit.
Yep. And that's the big thing about her. It's like she prioritized that mainly and just only focused on people she can keep in prisons. And
I heard she locked people up for years for marijuana, bro.
Oh, yeah, she was doing marijuana herself as she was doing that.
Yep, because she dated fucking Montel Williams, right? Mm-hmm. And if you don't know who that is, go look it up. He was like a talk show host back in the day, and he was very popular. And he used to get invited to all the parties and all the, and everybody knew him. And she's been everywhere before she was even a senator. She was going to P. Diddy's parties, the white party or whatever the fuck he has. She knew all these stars. She was in the game before she was in the game. You know, and they know they can control her ass, and that's why they're putting the whole system behind her.
She's practically a doxy.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, you know?
It's just that is, and if you're dealing with anybody at all, I always like to point these things out to people because, like, I've also saw people, and this is just going off of what I've seen from Twitter, before I do any research on any of this afterwards, but I've saw a weird tweet about Hulk Hogan saying he wants to leg drop Kamala Harris, and people got angry and pissed off at Hulk Hogan for wanting to beat up Kamala Harris. And it was like, first of all, he's a pro wrestler. He's not advocate of
You know, they're going too far with the bullshit against her, and like with the shit they're saying, it's gonna ruin shit. Then it's gonna do more damage than help anything if they keep pushing. You know, saying, and Trump was saying it outright, bro. She's dumb. She's a very dumb woman. And I was like, all right, yeah, she is dumb. There's no doubt about it. She's a dumb fuck. All right, she's way smarter than I am. There's no doubt about that. But she's a dumb fuck. In the role that she's gonna play, she's considered dumb. All right, and there's no doubt about that. But like, you don't have to say it 900 fucking times. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to keep saying it. Like, people know.
Yeah, but I also disagree with the fact that she could be smarter than you because I've seen the Democratic Party. They have been electing some dumb shit.
Well, they do, man. Like that dude who pulled the fucking fire alarm to stop people from voting that day in the Senate. Like, there are some dumb motherfuckers, bro. You are right about that. Definitely.
I can't really agree that Kamala Harris would be considered smart at all because.
Well, I mean, dude, listen. She was a lawyer, wasn't she, or like a prosecutor?
Yeah. I think
you know what I mean? Like, I would think you'd have to have a certain amount of, you know, unless you sucked a lot and can't get old to get there, you know. So, I mean, I don't know, you know.
She's a doxy, so that's part of it.
Yeah, I heard she sucked a lot of cock, so maybe that's why she's where, you know, maybe that's why she got where she was.
And let's keep in mind, Biden was also studying to be a lawyer in the past.
Yeah.
In the class, and now it turns out that he can't even formulate a sentence properly. Well,
yeah, I know. Biden was like, I know. It's like, fucking dude, how did Biden survive in fucking, like the politic world for that long, like being that fucking retarded? You know?
Honestly, it just takes a lot of studying at that point. I don't think that actually requires any skill if you want to be that smart politicking, at least. It's just like, you just have to say a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
You can sell yourself as this guy.
You can bullshit your way, basically, right?
I don't think Kamala Harris, I mean, despite being a prosecutor, she didn't really make it that far. She was just able to prosecute a few people and get them in prison long enough. Somehow.
You know what they said? They said that she was one of the first, who's that guy again who goes and like pays for all the prosecutors throughout the U.S.? Soros. They said that she was one of the first Soros-funded prosecutors in the U.S. Like when Soros first started putting money into like getting certain prosecutors elected in certain areas, so he could like fuck the laws up and change shit and let people out of jail. Because that's like Soros has a whole master plan. Like, this guy has a whole master plan to break down America and what it is and to put all kinds of people in it. Like, this is exactly what this guy wants. And he's basically in charge of the Democratic Party, him and a couple other people, you know? And they're fucking telling, this is exactly what they want. They want to flood the country with illegals. They want to get them in to vote. You know, they want to tax the fuck out of us and give them our money and other countries our money. And they want to like get rid of the middle class and make it rich and fucking poor where you need them. Because the rich get all kinds of shit, right? Because the rich get richer. And the poor people, the really, really poor people that are like, fuck it, I don't need to work, they're going to take care of me. Those people get all kinds of shit given to them. It's the people in the middle that actually work and don't earn as much who get fucked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really fucked up. They want to eliminate the middle people and just make rich and poor, you know?
But overall point about like Kamala Harris, she's not as smart. Like if you follow like the money first, since you pointed out Sorrow, yeah, these people are more so just bots and just puppets for something like, we'll say like Illuminati or the Deep State, for example. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but outside of that, I also like to want to talk about like the border czar bullshit, because I've been reading it up into that, because that was something I needed to read about, because people keep saying she was in charge of the border.
Oh, the border
no,
czar shit. Yeah. What did you did? Wait, you did research on that?
Yeah.
And what was your conclusion like with the research?
Well, let's start with few things I read. One was she could have done anything at the border. She could have shut it down, right?
Yeah.
Another was no, she couldn't. Her job was to oversee the problems and find out the core issues.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read.
Yeah.
The second part is actually true, as far as I know. So when I read it through, it talked about like how she was only supposed to talk about problems with Central America, because they've been apparently having illegal immigrants crossing the border as well, right? And this is just allegedly, but apparently she was able to make $5.2 billion just by talking to Central American leaders.
Really?
Saying, hey, there's a problem at our border.
What's
Oh,
goody
yo, we
gang?
got Meow Meow.
Haha, so Hulk Hogan want to body slam and drop the leg on Harris.
Yeah.
Did you all hear Ricochet is all elite? Think he show up in London Sunday, which starts at 1 p.m. 11 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
SHO gang, fucking gang, tell these ninjas hop off my D.
Yo, shout out to Meow Meow, the one and only. Yo, so what? WWE's in England? Coming up soon?
I think it's actually in Germany.
He said Hulk Hogan wanted to body slam and drop the leg on Harris.
Yeah, that's the part I brought up. But either way, the point I wanted to bring up was Kamala Harris apparently, now, I don't know how she did it, but this is allegedly, it's not necessarily true, but she only made $5.2 billion, which honestly isn't really as much as we are spending over at Ukraine or anywhere else in the matter, right?
Yeah, dude, who knows, man. They're already starting to fucking lie on this shit now already. It's like pissing me off already.
But this is the first point. She made $5.2 billion, but will only donate it now. I'm not sure, but she only showed to have $1 billion out of the whole ordeal. And I don't even know what she did. If she wasn't supposed to do anything at the border, just to talk about problems at the border, how'd she make that much money? And if she was supposed to do anything at all, that means Republicans were right. She had the authority.
Yeah.
How did she get $5.2 billion? She had some authority to do something.
Exactly, right? Bro, because it's all bullshit. It's all just bullshit. We're there. We were at the border. We were there. And they're like, no, you aren't there. You've never been there. Meanwhile, Trump has been there probably 100 times more than both of them, Biden and her. And it's like, come on.
But the craziest part about that is when I was reading, she was talking to Central American leaders. But I'm like, isn't Mexico?
And what was the discussion like? What the fuck, you know?
Well, like I said, pointed out, it was just, yeah, we have problems at the border. We have illegal immigration problems. What's the core issue? Well, let's start with the fact that our borders open because of your president, Carmela. That's literally what it was. That was her job.
It's such a joke, man. It's such a fucking joke.
It's like, that was her only job.
And she denies it now. That's the fucked up thing. She fucking denies that she was the border czar. She's like, no, I wasn't. No, but what are you talking about? I never was the border czar. Fuck out of here.
The weird thing is people keep saying, no, that's not what a border bazaar is. It's just oversee problems. Literally, by definition, we'd agreed upon that's in charge of the border.
She is a fucking border bazaar cunt. That's what she is. She's a fucking cunt. Fuck
Weird
that
thing is,
cunt.
weird thing is, I read that it was also a Republican coin term. I'm not sure how true that is exactly.
Bro, how do you like my bar?
It's a great bar.
Isn't that cool, bro?
Yeah.
I gotta
just
get.
saw it.
I put some shot glasses up there. Look, I got the Back to the Future up there. I got the Islanders shot glass, the hockey boot, the boot, and I got a couple of my my throwback mugs. You know how I collect stupid fucking mugs? That my wife is like, you have too many fucking mugs. You got to either throw these out or get them out of the house. And I'm like, all right, I'll put them in the fucking room. You know? I'm like clouding up the fucking spot with all these mugs. But I like them. Can I have some mugs? Is it that big of a deal? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say it is.
Can't a guy enjoy something? You know what I mean? Does everything I do have to be, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I need a vacation, bro. Bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I need one.
Either way, I talk about Kamala is all I have.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to need a vacation after this election, bro. It's 80-something days away, right? And it is so draining to, like, just keep listening to the fucking rhetoric. Like, the last 3 days, like, I made it a point not to watch it live. I would wake up the next day and then watch, like, highlights of it. And then the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch the first night because they had a thing on YouTube. It was the whole first night, right? And then I watched the second night. And then I watched parts of the third night. And I was like, you know what? I watch most of it now because I want to see what is being said, what the narrative it is, you know, what the narrative is, who's saying what. And, dude, let me tell you, that speech by fucking Bill Clinton, did you see it?
I didn't.
Oh, bro, it was so fucking weird. Once again, here's an old, demented fucking Democrat, right? Sitting there bumbling and fumbling their fucking words around where you don't even understand what the fuck he's talking about. He's making no sense whatsoever. None. No sense, bro. Like, you're sitting there saying, like, what is this, Biden? This is Biden all over again. He's sitting there shaking, his arms shaking, his fucking head shaking. It's like, you know what's funny? They drag all these presidents out for the Democratic Party, and they're all there to fucking back each other. I'm surprised they didn't fucking wheel out Carter, as dead as he is, right? But the fucking Republican side, nobody shows up. Not one fucking president. I think there's only one president on the Republican side, though, that's alive, right? Isn't it? Is there? I know Bush is alive. The other Bush is dead, right? Reagan's dead. Who else was Republican? That's it. Dude, there's no fucking Republican presidents alive. The only one is fucking Bush. And he ain't showing up for Trump or for the Republican Party. You know what I mean? He's retired, you know? It's fucked up to see that the Democrats are all on the same page, but the Republicans can't get on the same page. It's fucking stupid.
That's weird because, like, Obama wasn't even on the same page as getting behind Kamala Harris.
No, he wasn't. He didn't want that shit at first, bro.
To sing with my
He didn't, like, yeah, I'm supporting Kamala Harris standing next with his wife.
Yo, listen to this shit for a second. Listen to this.
Terror, crying, running. I carry that horrific day with me. 20 beautiful first grade children.
Oh, she's talking about Sandy Hook, bro.
My beautiful colleagues were killed. They should still be here.
But what does this have to do with the election? What does it have to do with the election? I don't get what that has to do with the election. What does this have to do with the election? Do you know?
I really don't know because, like, honestly, it's just one of those talking points. Hey, look,
I don't get that. Like, why drag the fucking Sandy Hook people in here, man? They use these people.
The school is recognizing my 10-year-old daughter, Lexi, for receiving all A's.
It's crazy, man.
She receives a Good Citizen Award, and we pose for photos.
Absolutely crazy. It really is.
She wears a
man.
St. Mary's sweatshirt and a smile that lights up the room. 30 minutes later, a gunman murders her.
Oh my
18
God,
classmates and 2 teachers.
Come on, man.
We are taken to a private room.
This is what they are putting out there, man. These sad fuck. I thought this was about joy.
Yeah, honestly, like, to me, it seems like rather, okay.
Man, Democrats like to fucking claw at people's fucking hearts, bro. Holy shit.
Which is weird because they're the same people that want to kill babies.
I know, and they can't even describe what a woman is.
Yeah, it's like...
And dude, did you know what they had outside of the DNC? Free mastectomies in a mobile van and free abortions.
I don't understand why this would be a good thing.
And there's tampons in everyone's bathroom, bro. Even the boys can stick one in their butthole if they'd like, or their mouth, or their nose. Sometimes you can put them in your ears, and so there's plenty of places to stick them. But they'll be in the room for you guys, just if you want one. You know, it's a nice thing. You know what I mean? It's a nice thing to do. You know, just make sure the boys get them too. You know what I mean? Like those urinals that boys piss in that are all the way down the floor. Put those in the girls' room too. Come on, let's share everything. You know what I mean? Why would we put them in the girls' room? There's no reason for it. They don't piss standing up. But put them in there anyway. We want to have it all, you know. Let's just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why? The question would be is like, why would you want to do that?
Yeah, how about instead of worrying about where you put what and putting tampons in boys' rooms, how about you make like a piss hole with like ceramic with a little piss hole in it, and you make a game out of it where you got to like step back 3 feet and you got to piss in the hole and fucking, you know what I mean? And it, like you can make a game of it, and it doesn't matter if it's a girl or a boy. She could, you know, make a game of it instead of making it all about fucking sex. Oh my God, who they have off on this? They do. Look at this guy. Hold on.
About taking a test.
Hold on.
I started worrying about living.
Let me show you this guy.
To take another test. They say schools are for learning, and I did learn a lot that day. I learned how to run, how to hide and drop. That what happens in the news can happen to me. But I learned something else too. That we can write and must write a new story if we choose to.
So basically, right now, they're pushing the guns. They're pushing the guns. They're saying, let's ban all guns, period, so we can take everybody's weapons from them, so this never happens again. But what they don't tell you is if they take all of our weapons from us, the only ones that'll have weapons are the bad people, because they're going to get their hands on weapons no matter what. And the good people are not going to go out and get their hands on a weapon illegally, and they're going to be sitting there with no defense, and then they could come in and do whatever the fuck they want, because they don't have to worry about getting blown the fuck away if they step on your property. Number one, you know? So that's what they want.
They don't ever talk about. The
Hitler,
one thing
dude, Hitler took away everyone's guns. Hitler.
Yeah, but one thing Democrats do not like to talk about at all, like this is a big point, is that one, when people talk about gun violence, usually they talk about handguns like pistols, right?
Yeah.
But this is one thing they also fail to bring up about like these handguns. Even though they blame assault rifles, handguns make up the most killings or gun violence out there. But they also lump gun violence with self-defense. So pistols are the most abundantly used for self-defense, and they always throw that into, oh yeah, this is part of gun violence.
But it's so funny. They'll mention how many guns like kill kids like how many kids are killed in this country from guns, right? But they won't mention people dying from fentanyl, right? They won't mention that. It's funny how they mention one thing but won't mention another. And you know what? For the last 3 fucking nights, not one Democrat has said anything about global warming. Why is that? You've spent trillions of fucking dollars on global warming in the last year, and you guys don't even mention it? Now all of a sudden it's not an issue? People in college were saying, the world's going to end in 4 years. And they're like, why are you in college then, you dumb fuck? And she's like, well, I mean, if it doesn't end, at least I'll have a degree. Like, you people are fucking stupid. You're brainwashed. You're absolutely brainwashed. You're a part of a cult. Like, honestly, the far left Democratic Party is a cult. It's a fucking cult at this point. It's literally a cult. They're so sick, bro. Dude, this guy, Piers Morgan, you ever watch Piers Morgan?
I've watched him on several occasions. I can't stand him no matter what.
All right, well, listen, he had on this kid who is on YouTube and has a huge channel. He's 21 years old, right? And he was on with this other dude who's from Fox, Tyrus, who used to be in the WWE. Remember the guy who used to do like the dinosaur dance thing?
Yeah.
Remember that guy? He's on Fox now, and he's great, right? He's been on Fox for a while. He's fucking great. And he was on Pierce, and so was this other kid. This kid, right, not only a month ago did he say that, you mark my words right now, Joe Biden will run for president, and he will be president again. And then they showed his words to him when he came back on, and they were like, wow, what do you say about that? You guaranteed it, and now he's not running. And he danced around the whole thing, and he was literally sitting there and saying all this like positive shit that wasn't even real. It wasn't even real about Kamala Harris, right? And they're all just like, bro, everything you just mentioned is not true. You know, like they're saying the economy's fucked up, and this kid's going, the economy is better right now than it was when Trump was in office. The economy is this much, and he's like pointing out all these like points and saying the economy is this much better and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what? The economy is not better, bro. The stock market might be better right now, but the economy's not. Like everything has inflation. Like shit is double the price that it was 4 years ago. Shit is literally double the price it was 4 years ago. Like, that's not a problem. And this guy just kept dancing around. You know, it turns out, I find out like a couple of days later that kid is being paid by the Democratic Party to just sit there and fucking spew out talking points. Nothing more, nothing less. Not even giving his real opinion on shit. Just totally just put out what we tell you on this paper, these points, and keep saying it. Because he gets invited on shows. He gets invited on all these big shows now, right? So, of course, they went to him, and it came out in the paper, the New York Post, and you guys can look this up. It came out that this kid was being paid by the Democratic Party. He was approached and signed a contract with them and is going to keep doing this till Election Day. How many more people do they have, influencers, on YouTube, on fucking LinkedIn, or whatever these other apps are that there's massive amount of people on there, right? Just waiting for information from these people that they think are gods. And they believe everything they say. And these people are spewing lies. And they know it. Because why would they need to be paid off if what they're saying is not true? Like, if they're saying, if they were saying shit that was true, why would they want to be paid? And why would you be paid off if you're just telling the truth? Like, you're speaking real about that person and everything they did and how good they really are. Why would you need to be paid off then? If the, you know, it's just, it fucking, I knew that the guy was a shill. I knew it. And turns out he is. And there's probably so many more influencers out there that are fucking just lying to the high heavens. They don't give a fuck.
Actually, to come to think of it, kind of like influencers like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, he's one of them rumored too, bro.
Lindsay, of like, a lot of these influencers are just being exposed. Like, all of them are like paid up as Mr. Beast apparently loves pedals. That's one. Penguin Z is just a guy who just says talking points as well.
Yeah.
And when it's looked at him, it turns out that he likes it when parents decide to cut off their children's dicks.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I heard Elon Musk talking about that recently, about his, well, not recently, but it was an old recording of it, but I heard it recently about Musk talking about his kid and how he wasn't explained the whole situation of what that drug did when his kid first started taking it, and that the ending result was basically his kid just becoming a whole new person, a whole different person. And that he said his kid's basically dead. And I was like, man, if that can affect a guy like Elon Musk, who has all the money in the world, that could affect anybody's kids, man. That's why you got to be careful, bro. Like, the wrong people influence your baby, your kid, your young 3, 4, 5-year-old kid. You know, that's why I kind of thank God my girls are older now. You know, like my oldest one is in college, as you guys know, and my youngest one is going to be in 12th grade. So she's still in school, which scares me, but she's got enough head on her shoulders now that she knows bullshit. And I told her, I don't want you to, I told my daughter, I don't want you to have the same beliefs and believe the same things I believe. I said, I want you to search the internet, and I said, don't just Google shit, because you're not going to find out what's what on your first Google. You got to go deep and you got to really dig for the truth. It's out there, but you got to dig for it. And I told her, don't just believe everything you hear. Question it all. Even if it's true, look it up and find out and be informed. You know what I mean? Like, be informed. Don't just guess. Don't go by what other people tell you. Don't listen to these influencers because they don't give a shit about you. You know what I mean? They don't. None of these people do. Boogie2988 proved that. You know what I mean? By lying and manipulating people to believe he had cancer and fucking, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, the guy lives in a game room mansion. Lives in a fucking game room mansion. With a full-blown fucking kitchen with all kinds of fucking snacks and food you could think of, bro, for days. Fucking Mountain Dew for days. All right? And this big bitch is in there complaining. Fat fuck. You know who's on right now? Listen to this. Hey! Pink, baby. Yeah. What about Pink? This song's about Donald Trump, they said. What about Trump? All the Trump promises. What about Trump? Here she goes. What about Trump? What about Harris? I'm surprised they're not just screaming Trump's name at this point. You know what I mean? Because all night it's been Trump, 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 Trump. I bet you they say Trump in this song at some point. Right? I bet you.
Probably. And hey, bright side, I'm still uploading videos about songs about Biden. Just gotta lead up to HOLLA.
Can you tell him I'm streaming? I'll be down in like an hour and a half. God almighty. Surprised. I'm surprised they didn't have fucking, Brad Pitt come out and fucking start eating bitches out and shit. They should just do it. They should just do it like a satanic thing on the middle of the dance floor now. Have like that guy Smith, that singer Smith, that fat guy who dresses up like a woman. You know who I'm talking about? Sam Smith. You ever seen that guy?
I think I have. But he's a woman.
Dude, that guy dresses up in like straight up lingerie, whips and chains, and straight up lingerie with ass cheeks hanging out. Thong with a bulge coming out of it, with a fucking big old nut sack hanging out with a thong on. Full-blown fat bastard in a fucking thong, bro. Full-blown.
Things like that used to be a joke, but now that's like...
Yeah, now it's considered sexy. Yeah. This fucking 49-year-old man stuck his... This 49-year-old man who weighs 289 fucking pounds, right? Stuck his sausage in a fucking bikini string thong, and it's sexy. Like, sexy? Really? That's fuck, because that's what it said. It said, Sam Smith, sexier than whatever the fuck it said on this thing. And I'm like...
Well, to each their own, I guess.
Dude, come on, man. Who the fuck would fight? Even gay guys, I think, would look at this guy and be like, ew, he's got a lot of cellulite. You know what I mean? But yet, they're trying to glorify this guy he's got like a beer belly coming out of like a fucking... Dude, he had on the whole fucking thing. He had a bra on with this like fucking corset that like hugs your waist. Meanwhile, he has no waist. He looks like a fucking sausage. And this thing's like hugging his fucking waist, right? And then he has... The bottom has like the garters going down to hold up like the whole getup, right? And the guy's got the whole fucking thing on. And I'm like, that's sexy? Really? That's fucking sexy. The guy looks like he just took a shit. His ass cheeks are brown, first of all. You could tell he fucking probably shit his whole life like twice a day. All right? He's got brown cheeks. And he's out there fucking, he's sexy, squatting down. Everybody could probably smell his fucking famunda. And he's going like this. And they're like, this is sexy. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't come out yet and start fucking blowing guys on stage. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Out and address you tonight because she's a fighter. And thanks to a team of doctors, nurses, and especially her.
Yeah, okay.
We all need a team. I've flown into space 4 times.
This guy's been to space 4 times.
I've flown in
And I hate Donald Trump.
40 times.
And I hate Donald Trump. And I hate.
Once.
And I
did I do
fucking
that by
hate
myself.
Donald Trump. And not
It
once.
took a team to accomplish a mission.
It took Donald
It
Trump,
always does.
one man, to fuck up an entire
I flew in
country.
the Navy during the first Gulf War.
Oh, is he lying too about his?
Rallied our allies.
Is he lying about his military service? Like Tampon Tim lied about his military service?
Vladimir Putin is testing.
Everybody hate Russia. Everybody hate Russia. Russia. Everyone hate Russia. Okay. Everyone hate Russia. Okay.
Especially China. Watch closely. What's Trump's answer?
Here we go.
He invited
Ding, 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 ding,
Russia
ding, ding,
to
ding.
do- and
It's
these are
the
his
magic
words,
word.
not mine. Whatever the hell they want. What's Trump's answer? He invited Russia to do, and these are his words, not mine. Whatever the hell they want.
What is it?
Vice President Harris has always championed America's support.
Wait, what'd you say?
What is he referencing? Yeah, you're allowed to do.
Yeah, do what? Allowed to do what?
For
Like,
the Ukrainian people.
wait, what did he say? I got to hear what he said about Ukraine here. Hold on.
America's support for NATO, for Ukraine.
Ukraine.
For the Ukrainian people.
Oh God, who I want to tell you are out partying and having a great time. If you go look at videos from Ukraine, they have like nightclubs and shit there. Like they're really into going out and partying. And dude, you would think all their men are fighting a war with Russia, right? I thought, oh, it's gonna be all just women. No. There's young men, older men, gorgeous women, beautiful nightclubs, beautiful cars, drinks flowing everywhere, having a big old fucking party on this whole entire strip that I saw in this video. And I'm like, this is Ukraine? Like, I thought Ukraine was fucked up, and it was like they needed our money, and what do they need our money for? To fucking drink Cristal and chill in the club?
This is weird because, like, he also said something about, like, Trump saying Russia can do whatever he wants and brought up Ukraine.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Meaning like, oh, he's meaning like, you know what? Like, we're basically saying, you know, Trump's a fucking, he's afraid of Putin. He'll let him do whatever he wants. He likes him. They're friends. He's just like him.
Do anything under when Trump was president. What is he talking about?
I know, dude. These people
On
are
the Senate
fucking.
Intelligence Committee, she investigated Russian interference in our election. She defends free and fair elections everywhere.
Okay. Right.
You already know
All right.
how Trump feels about those.
Trump.
Donald Trump skipped his intelligence briefings.
Trump.
He was too busy
Trump.
sucking up to dictators
Yeah.
and
right.
dreaming of becoming one himself.
Yeah. Dictator on day one. Yeah.
Trump thinks
A threat to
that
democracy.
Americans
Yeah.
who have made the ultimate sacrifice are suckers and losers.
Yeah, you guys are suckers. Yeah. He thinks Americans that have made the ultimate sacrifice are suckers and losers. Yeah.
Only suckers would be us.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Kamala Harris
I love the rhetoric.
knows that standing with our allies
Kamala Harris loves the police. She backs the cops every chance she gets. She is a big fan of the. Yeah, okay, right. She wants to defund all the fucking policing, all the cops, all the priests, all the police, all throughout the world.
Vice President Tim Walz.
Tim Walz, tampon Tim Walz, baby. Tampon Timmy.
You guys straight up lied and just said every talking point that was a lie. Like, the only probable truth is Russia interfering in the elections, but it turns out that wasn't even for Trump. That was for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, dude, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, let's start with the fact that he said something around the lines of Trump sucking up to dictators. Does this guy not realize he signed the treaty with the Middle East? The thing that
I know, one of the best ever with the Middle East, bro. One of the best peace treaties, like, dude, it's they're not going to mention that, of course, because they don't want to give him any credit, obviously, but they try to make it like they cut insulin and they did all this positive shit. And Nancy Pelosi got on stage the other night and said Biden will go down as one of the best modern day presidents of all time, bro. I couldn't believe she said that, bro. I was dying.
This is one thing I need to harp on, because like I said, he sucks up to dictators. Did this guy not forget he raised terrorists on China? Literally went up to...
Yeah, and dude, do you notice he goes like this all the time? Look, he does this, look. He does this bow all the time, bro. He literally puts his hands together like this and goes like this all the time, bro. It's the fucking weirdest thing. And he honeymooned in China. You know that? Who the fuck honeymoons in China? Who does that? Who does that? Not a normal person, bro. Not a normal person does that. That's somebody who, do you know what? That's somebody who likes communist and wants to be a communist and likes the whole, what's going on in China. You know what I mean? The power that some of these people have in China, because Xi, the guy who runs China, right? The dictator of China, he has other people underneath him that are powerful as fuck in China that that make everybody beneath them towed the line, bro, and it's all illegal. It's like basically a mafia running a country. That's basically what it comes down to. It's fuck. Oh my God, they got this old bat up on stage right now, dude.
I've looked into the eyes of our warriors and deployed them into battle. I gave the order directing our special operations forces to fly 2 helicopters 150 miles into Abbottabad at night.
Abbottabad.
And by the time the sun rose, Osama bin Laden was dead.
Yeah, that has so much to do with tonight. Yes. Yes.
Because nobody attacks our country and gets away with it. Nobody.
Joe Biden did. Joe Biden got away with it.
Warriors do. That's what our warriors do. Our warriors need a tough, cool-headed commander-in-chief.
And that is Kamala Harris, right? Because she's so tough and cool,
from tyrants
calm,
and terrorists,
collected.
We need Kamala Harris behind the resolute desk.
My God, man. Why? Why, though? Can you tell me why?
She knows a tyrant when she sees one.
That's why?
And our allies know a leader when they see one.
Oh, really? I think they see a good blowjob when they see her.
She worked with more than 150 world leaders.
Really? When?
She's looked our allies in the eye.
What?
America has your back. Trump would abandon our allies and isolate America. We tried that in the 1930s.
Oh my God, dude.
And they left troops behind in Afghanistan. Remember that one?
The rhetoric, bro. Exactly. And those people that died, they died because of the way they pulled out. They don't say a fucking word about it, bro. Not a word.
Guy's literally projecting. Trump would do
By the way, this is Leon Panetta.
Response to tyrannical governments.
This guy's a douche nugget.
Trump tells tyrants like Putin, they can do whatever the hell they want.
What?
Kamala Harris tells tyrants, the hell you can, not on my watch.
Wow, she really told Hamas and all those other people, right?
She's worked with President Zelensky to fight back against Russia. She knows that protecting their democracy protects our democracy as well.
What about her stance on Iran? I mean, not Iran, Israel.
Understand the world.
There's people outside of this place right now protesting like crazy, calling Kamala, Killer Kamala, Killer Kamala. That's her name outside, Killer Kamala. They're protesting the fuck out of her out there.
They are not losers. They are our heroes.
That's one thing I could say for the Republican Party. They might not have all their presidents show up like the Democrats, but guess what? They ain't got people outside protesting against their own people. People are outside this place protesting against the Democrats, who are Democrat. They're Democrats.
Served in uniform honorably for 24 years.
Oh, they're talking about Tim Walsh now, right? How much of a fucking hero he is.
Harris understands this moment. It is a moment of danger and a moment of opportunity. She'll keep America's military the strongest in the world, the strongest ever known. And she understands what our military is for. The role of our military is to defend us from foreign enemies.
But that's not what they're going to do.
To threaten Americans, and it sure as hell isn't to put immigrants in camps.
Immigrants? What the fuck? Who's talking about putting immigrants in camps? Immigrants?
Every president.
Fucking liars, man.
Every president. Since World War II.
What a fucking liar, bro.
Republican and Democrat has shared the belief that America...
Dude, can I just say this real quick? Joe Biden, right, was in office for 8 years with Obama, right?
Yeah.
You tell me if I'm wrong. Joe Biden was in office for 8 years with Obama as his vice president, correct?
Yeah.
That's 8 years, right? Joe Biden was president for 4 years as president for 4 years, correct?
Yeah.
That's how many years altogether? 12 years?
I would believe, like, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so listen, 12 years in the White House as vice president and president, right? And in between those 12 years, right, Trump served 4 years, right? He's now getting blamed for everything that's going on right now in this world and in this country. Trump is getting blamed for all of it, right? Meanwhile, this guy was in charge, vice president for 8 years before Trump, and then president for 4 years after Trump, but yet Trump gets blamed for everything. Meanwhile, this guy was in office for 12 fucking years out of the last 16. 12 years.
Here's the funniest thing about that. Under Obama and Biden, we were in the recession. We started within the recession under Obama and Biden.
It fucking makes no sense, bro. It really doesn't, man. People are so fucking blind, bro. They are so... Yeah, Obama, when he was president, we hit a recession that was almost as bad as the fucking, the 1920s. Or whatever the fuck.
But that was also the start of his, run as president. 2008, the moment he started, we started hitting a recession. Yet the same people that were at the time are also playing.
Yeah, and I remember when those cops got killed, how he wouldn't fucking light up the White House in blue for the cops, but he lit up the White House for the people who rioted or some shit like he did.
Is up for democracy or someone who will disrespect our heroes and undermine our democracy.
Someone who disrespects our heroes.
Fellow Americans,
God, man.
there is only one choice.
God almighty.
One choice. And let me tell you something. When she takes her oath of office, as she will this January.
Wow.
Our allies will cheer. Our enemies will fear.
Why?
And we will have a commander-in-chief that we can trust. God bless our veterans, and God bless our country.
Former Defense Secretary Leon Panetta giving a commander-in-chief endorsement for Kamala Harris. We're going to get a quick...
Wow, man. These people are head over heels, bro.
Are you know what they call enemies like Putin, China? No, this guy considers China an enemy now, even though the United States loves China. That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think they said that there was proof now out there of Biden making like $25 million from China. Something like that I heard recently. I don't know if
Probably, but I also heard like China had to, like under Donald Trump, had to send $2.5 billion ever since he rose to terrorism around 2016, right? So there's that, and he's saying like, our enemies will fear. Hey, by the way, Putin did nothing under Donald Trump, right? Putin did nothing.
You know what they're doing right now, bro? They're playing Donald Trump commercials right now. Like they're showing like all this negative shit about Trump on the screen as they're like playing some kind of like intro commercial, like weird shit, bro. It's like some kind of mind control shit that they're putting up there right now. I swear to God, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, but let's not forget, Putin under Biden attacked Ukraine, right? And Hamas and Israel started going to war again after Trump went out of office and Biden was in, right? So basically, these wars were already solved, and Trump was already doing everything, signing peace treaties, getting people to get along, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with the oil industry, right? The Keystone Pipeline was still running.
Yeah, yep.
And this guy is coming out like, our enemies don't respect Trump, or even Trump bows down to these people. Yet meanwhile, they did absolutely nothing. Yet he was signing peace treaties, the Abraham Lincoln Accords, with Israel and Palestine, right?
Hey, Jen and Ben Benifer broke up again. Did you know that? They're getting a divorce for the second time, bro. These people, fucking weird, bro. Fucking weird. It's Hollywood, bro.
But I'm harping on like the Trump thing because that guy just like, he just.
That guy, dude, that guy Leon Panetta, he is such a fucking loser, bro. He's been around for so long, and he is just another one of these guys that, like, if they told him, like, they could tell that guy, get down on all fours and blow this guy right now in front of us, and he'd do it. Like, he's a party guy. He's like party first. You know, most of these people are like party first people. You know what I mean? They'll do anything for their party. Their country, you know. But their party, they'll do anything for their party, these fucking people. It's ridiculous.
The craziest thing he said is, we'll get to more later. He said something like, putting immigrants in camps?
In camps, bro. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck, bro? That is just fucking straight up weird shit, bro. These people are fucked up, dude. They just lie, bro. They just, you know what it is? They think that they can... They in their minds, they're like, yo, we'll just scare them. We'll scare them to shit. We'll make people think. And, you know, and there's people out there that believe that and say, oh, my God, if Trump wins, they're going to throw my whole family in camps because we're illegally here. We're all fucked. No, not illegally. He said, that guy said, throw immigrants into camps, prison camps. Immigrants, people who are here legally, they came here the right way. Those are the people that he said Trump will throw in to fucking camps, bro. That is mind-boggling that they can get away with saying some shit like that and just totally lying. Because he's never once said that, ever, that he would throw immigrants into a camp. Like, dude, that is fucked up. That is crazy, fucked up shit.
So that's kind of like borderline slander right there.
Yeah, dude. That is like fucking slanderous, crazy shit, bro. The last fucking 10 years of politics have gotten to be so fucking ugly. It has literally crushed the soul of the country. in the process. These modern day politicians that we have, they fucked up so many things, these people. They completely screwed up so much shit. It is literally the worst group of people that we have running the country right now. The worst era, the worst generation of people that run our country right now are the most fucking, they are the most like, just, like, they just don't make the right decisions. None of them. It's just fucking insane how bad they are of like leaders. It's like we got the shit end of the stick, bro. We really did. We've had so many great leaders in our history of our country, white, black, all different colors of these great leaders. I'm not talking just presidents. I'm talking leaders, right? And where are they? Where are these leaders? They're all gone. There's no one left that's like, you know, and Donald Trump is the closest thing to it. He's the closest thing that you have to somebody who's like, why do all these people hate him so much? Why? The same people that lie their asses off hate Donald Trump. What does that tell you? What does that tell you when all these people that are liars hate somebody?
They're the ones that tried to kill him.
Oh, God, who is this now?
Wait,
Is this a Kennedy coming out? Who is that? Who the fuck is that?
Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Oh, Whitmore. Gretchen Whitmer. Another one of these fucking party first twats.
But in Detroit, they call me Big Gretch.
Big Gretch. They call her Big Itch.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Woman from Michigan.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
As an insult.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Say it again. Say the name again. Go ahead, say it. I dare you. Say it. Say it, bitch. Say it. Say it.
Trump
Yep.
called me that woman from Michigan as an insult.
She's so proud of that.
Being a woman from Michigan is a badge of honor. Like women across America, we just GSD.
What?
Get stuff done.
Oh my God. God help me, please.
At 29,
This woman
I
is so full
joined
of
the
shit.
sandwich generation.
This woman is full
Sandwich
of
between
shit.
working
Bro, this bitch is so fucking full of shit and so fake. Oh my God, bro.
dying from brain cancer. It was hard.
Is that the first which
But
part?
not extraordinary.
This cock was hard. It was a hard cock. Back in high school, I experienced a threesome one night with my friend Tracy. I ate pussy for the first time. Now I'm a governor in the Democratic Party, and I declare myself a putty tat. Matter of fact, I'm going to be adopted this weekend by JD from New York. So that's how much of a cat I am. No, I'm just kidding.
She'll fight to lower the cost of health care and elder care for
Sandwich generation.
The sandwich generation.
She's lived a life like ours. She knows.
The throat choke generation.
Donald Trump doesn't know you at all.
Again, his name.
You think he understands that when your car breaks down, you can't get to work? No.
What?
His first word was probably chauffeur.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're trying to paint him as just a rich guy.
Had to take items out of the cart before checking out. Hell, you think he's ever been to a grocery store? That's what the chauffeur is for. But Kamala Harris, she gets us. She sees us. She is us.
Where were all these people when she was running for president?
Black person. They're all or that too. Ladies sandwich generator thing. Already forgot her name.
Oh, Gretchen Whitmore?
Which one, I guess.
Richmore?
She's from Michigan. She's part of this generation.
There's a name right there.
Have to get to work, pick up the kids,
Gretchen.
and pay your bills. And then one day, when
Well,
you're
since we're going
just
to
trying to get
and
everything
Bill,
out the
to
door,
pay less taxes on the Donald Trump. Remember that one? Gretchen sandwich
something
bird?
happened. something hit the fan, you'll ask, is my family gonna be okay? And then you'll ask, who the hell is in charge? What if it's him? What if it's that man from Mar-a-Lago?
The rich man, the orange man, right? Oh, there she is.
You attack him everywhere he is. Attack him at the restaurants. Attack Trump supporters everywhere at the gas station and down the block from your house and make them be heard, the Trump people.
This is when we get to choose. Why wouldn't we choose the leader who's tough, tested, and a total badass?
Yeah, she's tough, tested, and a total badass. Yeah, Kamala Harris, guys. All of a sudden, she's all these great things.
She's done things for fake black people. They're also doxies. They're also liars. They're also.
I can't believe how people fall for this shit, bro. They just, like, a month ago said she was, like, running, and now all of a sudden she's this great. Like, meanwhile, they were like, yo, she's one of the worst vice presidents of all time, and now all of a sudden she's great. Just because they picked her, she's great. Well, because we picked you, you're great now. That's it. Plain and simple. You're just great now.
You're gonna love this. Back then in March, they were talking about, like, oh, the economy's just fine. It's not that bad. But once Kamala starts running, oh, she'll fix the economy. Wait,
God,
what?
man. Yeah. Now she's good. Now she'll be able to fix everything because she's president. She was vice president. She couldn't do all that. She just needed a little more power. Just a little more power, and then she could do all that stuff. You guys got to give me just a little more power, and then I'll be able to do all this stuff.
Who are saying that there is a very special surprise guest, and we want to be very careful about not going too far.
A very special surprise guest.
About President Biden making a phone call. He and the First Lady have placed a phone call from Santa Ynez, California, where they are on vacation, to the Vice President, and have wished her encouragement for tonight and to say that they are going to be watching tonight. And so they posted that.
He's vacationing, guys.
So there are a lot of tantalizing tidbits about what could be happening.
He's vacationing again.
I've had sources.
Yo, they added up how many days he's vacationed, like how many days he's I guess documented how many days, or like real days that he's vacationed. It's not bullshit. It's like real days that added up. How many days he's vacationed over the last 4 years, and I swear to you, bro, they said it's almost a year altogether of vacationing since he's been in the White House. Almost a whole year.
Of vacations.
Yeah, over 300 and something days he has been technically on a vacation day during this 4 years. And they said it adds up to almost a year's worth of vacationing over 4 years. How fucking crazy is that? Now, I don't know if that's true, but it seems that way because this guy's on vacation all the time. He's on vacation now for a whole week. Wasn't he on vacation like 2 weeks ago where he wasn't seen for like fucking the longest time? You know, and then he's on the beach every other fucking week during the summer. I mean, the guy fucking just coasted the whole way through. 4 years, just coasted through. And legit thought, like, no way, I'm running again. I'm doing it again. I'm going to serve another 3 years and 1 whole year of vacation again. So technically, the guy was really our president maybe 3 years at the most, you know?
Technically, he's still the president, and he could do something about the situations we have.
I know, but he doesn't. But yet Kamala is going to go into the White House, and she's just going to snap the fingers and now all of a sudden become a person who can get all this stuff done that she couldn't originally.
Technically, she can do it right now. She's the vice president, but she still won't do it. She could do that right now, but she has to wait till she's president.
Exactly. It's all just bullshit, man. It's all just total bullshit.
Yeah, like the second person that came out just started talking like she's saying a whole lot of words. At least like the Leon guy who claimed to kill like Osama bin Laden. He at least did something. She's just coming out saying Carmela's all eyes. We're Carmela. So you're like a doxy.
Who's this guy now, dude?
Everything our nation claims to be.
Oh,
And it
no.
retreats.
Wait a second. This guy's a Republican.
Obsessed with Putin. And his running mate is running.
Oh, Adam Kinzinger.
What happens in Ukraine?
This guy's a doof.
Yeah, and he wants to be vice president. Yeah. How can a party claim to be conservative when it tarnishes the gifts that our forebears fought for? Men like my grandfather, who served in World War II.
What about Afghanistan? What they left in Afghanistan? Like, not going to mention that, right?
Behind enemy lines. To preserve American democracy, his generation found the courage to face down armies. Listen, all we're asked to do is to summon the courage to stand up to one weak man.
Weak. He's real weak. Right. Right.
Some have questioned. Some have questioned why I've taken the stand I have. The answer is really simple.
He's so weak. He's just a weak man,
we
Trump.
Must put country first.
Right. And you're doing that.
And tonight, as a Republican speaking before you, I'm putting our country first. Because the fact is, I do belong here. I know Kamala Harris shares my allegiance to the rule of law, the Constitution, and democracy.
And sucking a good
And
cock.
She is dedicated to upholding all three in service to our country. Whatever policies we disagree on pale in comparison with those fundamental matters of principle, of decency, and of fidelity to this nation.
What a load of shit.
Listen, to my fellow Republicans,
That
if you
started on the
still
dog.
pledge allegiance to those principles, I suspect you belong here too. Because
Yeah, I belong in the party that sniffs fucking kids. Yeah.
democracy knows no party.
Along with the party of person who likes killing people for America.
It's a living, breathing ideal that defines us as a nation. It's the bedrock that
Okay.
separates us from tyranny. And when that
To agree
foundation is
with the law,
fractured, we must all
killing.
stand together, united to
Okay.
strengthen it.
Right. Because Trump is a coward, right?
If you think those principles are worth defending, then I urge you, make the right choice. Vote for our bedrock values and vote for Kamala Harris. God bless.
Oh my God.
Democratic National Convention, saying his party has essentially rejected.
In fact, he said the Republican Party is no longer conservative, a stinging indictment of the party under Trump. Kinzinger, by the way, a member of the January 6th committee that investigated the actions of that day.
And there's January 6th being mentioned now, right?
But Ken, this guy just blow.
Yo,
smoke.
do you see this? Can you see or no right now?
Hold on. You showing it on your screen?
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I, hold on.
Ken, you gotta understand, like, the guy just said something like, my grandfather fought in World War II and brought up all the wars.
I know, dude. I know, bro. Yo, look, you see what's under here, dude? Look. You see this? Look, you see what this is?
Yeah, hold on. Let's check. Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Do you see what I'm holding?
I think I do. What is it?
It is.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. It's the Tommy NC 2010 comic book.
Damn. He has his own comic book.
There he is.
Yeah, but
The egomaniac himself, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not an egomaniac.
Fuck you, Ken! Now we put him right under the black light. Look. Put him right back under the black light. That's where Tommy goes. Tommy goes in the corner. Nobody puts Tommy in the corner. You twat.
Yeah, but Ken, the guy was talking about like wars. How many wars started under Donald Trump? The guy talked about like wars.
Zero, man. Zero, bro. Everybody, and it's like they have no answer for that. They just want to say he's just a bad guy. He's just this. He's just that. It's like, just tell me, what have you done better than he's done? Like, I don't want to hear about the bad shit. I won't listen to the bad shit on their side. Tell me the good shit that you all have done. Tell me, don't mention Trump's bad shit. It's the same thing with Trump, because I'm saying this on both sides. I said Trump comes out too much calling Kamala this and that and retarded and stupid. Well, he didn't say retarded, but he did say she was stupid and all this shit, which she is. But it got to be too much. It was like, dude, you got to slow down with that now, because you've said it too much now. And she is stupid, I get it. But you mention it every 5 fucking seconds. It's like, it's like, come on. We could do without it now for a little bit. Talk about all the shit she fucked up, because she fucked up a lot of shit. Her, if you want to go by Biden's record, and she should go by Biden's record, because she had a lot to do with the last 4 years, man. And she was the border czar. There's no question about it. Like, they try to sit there and lie about all this shit she said. She said she wanted to defund the police nationwide, basically. And she denies that now. You know what I mean? And all these sound bites are out there. All the clips are out there for everyone to see and hear. You can see them. Like, if you do the research, you can find them and all that shit. You'll find them everywhere. It's all the shit she's ever said that she denies now. She denies it and denies it and denies it. And she's a fucking liar. So.
The one thing I want to say is that, like, when the guy was talking about Trump being a coward, George W. Bush said weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, I know. Nobody said shit about that, though. They let him get away with that. He wasn't brought up on any charges, nothing like that. Meanwhile, they bring Trump up on charges for phone calls he made. It's like, dude, come on. What are we doing here?
Obama pulled troops out without congressional approval. Then ISIS came out of the way.
Yep. And then what about Biden doing all that shit for the kids in school with the school bills, and him basically telling people, oh, you don't have to pay your bills, and he went against Congress and said, well, I don't give a fuck if they said no for me doing it. I'm going to do it anyway, and he vetoed it and did it. And basically a lot of people said that was illegal, and that he shouldn't have been able to get away with that, but he did. And I don't know, man. All I know is there's been such fuckery for the last, 10 years with our politicians, bro. It's a shame. It's a shame. Like I was saying before, we had such great leaders in this country. People that were real leaders, under war, like at wartime, serious shit. You know what I mean? The Second World War, what was at stake was a lot, This time around, if there's a world war, it'll be for some fucking stupid fucking reason, because some stupid fucking politician is like, you know what? If we go to war, we'll all be alive. Everyone else will die, but we'll all make money. Let's do it. Like, why wouldn't they want to do that? Fuck it. Let everybody else fight for us. We make the decisions. Let everybody else fight for us. And we make the money. They die. We make the money. And then when we bring everybody home and we win a war, we'll be hailed as heroes. How perfect is that? How perfect is that?
Yeah, but not the troops that actually fought.
Nope, not the troops that fought, bro. History remembers, the troops sometimes. They get a day. You know what I mean? The troops get 1 day. We'll remember you for a day. Meanwhile, fucking Gay Pride month and year, right? But the troops, they get a day, they get remembered. But at the end of the day, history tells you about the leaders. President so-and-so ended World War II and brought home the troops and won the Second World War. No, he didn't win the Second World War. He didn't win it. The people who fucking died on that field and killed and died on that field won it. But you'll never know their names, because you know what? History writes about the people who are in charge and the people who want their history written about them. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to push it down our throats and tell you that Joe Biden was the greatest modern-day president of our time. Are you fucking for real?
Same guy they turned their back on the moment he flopped on the Trump debate.
Yeah, meanwhile, they can get up there and really legit say that. That bitch Pelosi got up on stage in front of all those people and legit looked everybody in the eyes and said, Joe Biden will go down as one of the best modern-day presidents of all time. And people are like, yeah, she's so right. CNN was live and they were like, oh my God, she's so right. He was such a great leader. He's so great. What the fuck are you people talking about? 2 months ago, you were saying how fucking gone he is and how bad it is and how terrible he is. And now all of a sudden he's the best modern day president of all time, and they agree with Nancy Pelosi. They talked about it for 4 hours straight on CNN, how right Pelosi was and how great Biden and how much he saved the country and he put us in the right direction. And now it's Kamala Harris's time to run the country for the next 8 years and to implement all her beliefs and implement all her rules and regulations that she wants. And there'll be tampons everywhere for everyone now. We could all come together and fucking stick each other with tampons up each other's asses. We could all fucking tampon each other's buttholes now. That's what they want us to do, right? They want us to get pegged in the ass like fucking Deadpool, and they want us to fucking be all lovey-dovey and fucking gay and fucking, I mean happy, not that kind of gay. And they want us to be all fucking feminine and fucking titties and... Come on. Fuck, bro.
Here's the tricky part. Like, you know, the Republican guy saying, I support the rule of law, I'm with Kamala. Yeah, so you support a person jailing for smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
Marijuana herself.
Yeah, here's another shill. Here's another shill, dude.
Wondering if America still has your back? Remember this. Kamala will fight for you. And when she fights...
Yeah, she's going to fight for us. When she fights, we win. Yeah, okay. All right.
Kamala's ready. The question is, are we?
Are we ready? What do you think, you motherfucker, you? What do you think, you motherless? Fuck you. I fight for me.
My home state of North Carolina, stand up.
Oh, please, with your North Kakalaka bullshit. Stand up and put your shirt up and turn it around your head like a helicopter. North Kakalaka, stand up and swing around your head like a helicopter. Stand up, America. Are we gonna shove tampons in our asses? Are we?
Are we gonna win?
Are we gonna win?
You bet we are. Let's go get them.
Oh, they're pumped. They're pumped, bro. Oh my God, they are just pumped. It's as fired up as it can get, Bullsy. Here it is. Here's the programming to get us ready for the speech for Kamala Harris, guys. Here we go. Listen to this, guys. Here, you want propaganda? Here you go. Let's tell her whole life story and her struggle. Let's tell her struggle right now.
She was raised by a working mom who taught her about standing up for what's right.
Let's see who's black in her family.
Kamala carries the lessons of our mother, the fighting spirit of our mother.
Indian.
The compassion.
She was all of 5 feet tall. If you met her, you would have thought she was 7 feet tall. And our mother, if I'd ever come home...
Total Indian, right?
She wouldn't have it. The first thing she'd say is, well, just stop the complaining. Just tell me what you're going to do about it.
And since she was a young girl...
Do you like a
Kamala
bus?
Harris has been fighting for families like the ones she grew up with.
Because she was a young girl, she was 5 years old.
She can't help herself from standing up for people and standing up for what she thinks.
She can't help herself to talk to people, grown-ups, like they're fucking 5-year-old children and explain what Russia is. Russia is a country right next to Ukraine.
Well, I could say it was her calling.
As a courtroom prosecutor, she went after
She sucked so many cucks, she wear rose right to the top of the prosecutor's
ripped
mouth.
off working families, and she put dangerous gang members and human traffickers behind bars.
We didn't have partnerships with DOJ.
She sucked the cock of every cop on the force.
DEA or
any of those law enforcement agencies. Now, we all work collaboratively. She was the person who built the foundation in how we do criminal justice.
She sucked so much cock that year, she rose to the very top of her class.
I'm really curious how they do criminal justice now. Like, she jails people for smoking marijuana, right?
I know.
She does that. Smokes marijuana herself. She supports criminals being released, re-released.
I know, dude. There's so much negative shit about this woman. That's why she didn't win a primary in fucking 2020. And she was one of the first people out of like 11 people to back out of trying to run for president. She was one of the first to back out because she got horrible feedback. They were like, this bitch is not ready. She is fucking half retarded. She doesn't make sense. She sits there and laughs the whole fucking time. You can't even interview her. She's got all kinds of issues, bro. 4 months ago, they were saying how she was one of the worst vice presidents since Dan Quayle. And if you remember Dan Quayle, this guy was one of the dumbest fucks. He couldn't even spell apple. Okay? That's how dumb this guy was.
President of the United States. She cast a tie-breaking vote to deliver urgent relief to the American people during the pandemic. She beat Big Pharma to lower prescription drug costs and cap the cost of insulin.
That's not true. She didn't do that. She did not do that. That's not true.
Roe v. Wade was overturned.
What, Bullsy, what?
How many people come up with this shit baffles me.
It's fucked up, dude. It's crazy. They just tag shit on a person, bro.
Sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open.
Democratic history.
And then you need to kick that door down.
Oh my God, how could anybody like her, bro? I just don't get it. I really don't, man.
President, still fighting for families like the one she grew
I
up
really
with.
don't get it.
Our campaign is about saying we trust the people. We're saying we just want fairness. We want dignity for all people. And we are a work in progress. We haven't yet quite reached all of those ideals, but we will die trying because we love our country. We believe in our country. We're not falling for these folks who are trying to divide us, trying to pull us apart. We know what we stand for, and we stand for the people, and we stand for the dignity of work, and we stand for freedom. We stand for justice. We stand
For tampons. We stand for tampons, motherfuckers. We don't even know what a woman is, but we stand for it.
That's what she believes, and that's what she'll fight for every day.
What a commercial this bitch is getting, huh? The whole machine is behind this bitch right now. The entire machine.
Well, let's just start with the fact that the ad literally said she fought Big Pharma to lower drug prescription.
She kumununika. She lied. She lied. She kumunukuna. She lied like a rug. Kumunukuna. She lied. She lied like a rug. She Democrat lying little bitch. She suck her way to top of the heap. She a heap of shit little liar. Kumunukuna. Kunama ayahaya. Kanakunumana. Kinanuhumana. Kinukumanana kasanino mokona. Here she comes out, the lying fucking bitch. Kumunukuna. Time to fucking each. Oh, you cook. Na kumukunana. Hikomo hanani. Kapani no noma. Kasa no menima. Kinamunaka. She a fucking liar, suck cock to the kai. Peter Konamwana, sniff little girl. Bring the little kid in the room right now. I sniff tampon in the boy room. Put tampon in your butthole now. Kumunukuna, kunimukunumana. Kimakana kunu, hinakamana. They're all fucking gone. They're all in a cult. They're all brainwashed and they're all in the cult. Together. She's laughing already. Kumunukuna. She lying like a rug all the fucking time. Democrat lying. Democrats lie. Kumunukuna. Kunimokununa.
Well, here we go. Let's hear the rhetoric. Brother. Here we go. They put the entire Hollywood and Democratic and funders and donors and the whole entire system behind this one woman. The entire machine. This woman really going to deal with other people from countries, like other leaders? Really?
She just didn't do anything much.
She's really going to deal with other leaders. Like, look, they would look at this bitch and just be like, how could you take her serious? Like, especially if they look up her history. They're going to be like, oh, man, this bitch sucked cock and did all kinds of crazy shit. Let me spit my rhetoric. We got to get to business. I got to spit out all these lies. Let's see what she says. All right, you said thank you 900 times. Come on.
Thank you,
we get it. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get to business.
Yeah, go ahead. Give us your speech. Go ahead.
Start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug.
Dougie, the white boy. Yeah, Dougie. Look at Dougie fresh. He getting up in that punani nani.
Father to Cole and Ella, and happy.
Yo, wait a second. That bitch named her son Colin? Damn, bro. They named that kid after a butthole? It's fucked up, dude. Named his son after a butthole, bro. It's fucked up. Joe Biden right now, who's on life support.
Together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show.
What the fuck, dude? People are crying, dude. What the fuck? These people have no lives, bro. If this makes you cry, you really have issues in life. Honestly. Save it for your cat dying, okay? Save it for mom. Save it for, you know what I mean? Come on with that. Come on. What the fuck, dude? Seriously? Tampon Timmy. He's throwing tampons out to everybody right now, folks, at the Democratic convention. He's throwing tampons out. And you can get an abortion in the parking lot right now if you travel out there real quick. You get out there quick, you can get an abortion.
So, America, the path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected.
Straight cock.
But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys. So, my mother, our mother, Kamala Harris, had one of her own.
Here we go.
And I miss her every day, and especially right now. And I know she's looking down, smiling.
God bless.
I know that. So my mother was 19.
Was she there when you sucked the cock off the fucking walls with? No, I'm just kidding. Come on.
To California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist who would cure breast cancer.
Oh, God. And she did it. She cured breast cancer.
She was supposed to return home to a traditional arranged marriage. But as fate would have it, she met my father, Donald Harris, a student from Jamaica. They fell in love and got married, and that act of self-determination made my sister Maya and me
pregnant. Oh.
Growing up, we moved a lot. I will always remember that big Mayflower truck packed with all our belongings, ready to go to Illinois, to Wisconsin, and wherever our parents' jobs took us.
God.
My early memories of our parents together are very joyful ones. A home filled with laughter and music, Aretha, Coltrane,
Oh, God. All black music, guys. I listen to black music.
My mother would say, stay close. But my father would say, as he smiled,
So
run,
fake.
Kamala, run. Don't be afraid. Don't
Run.
let anything stop you.
Run for president. Kamala, run. Run, Kamala, run.
earliest years, he taught me to
Run.
be fearless.
Run.
But the harmony between my parents did not last. When I was in elementary school, they
My
split
father
up.
fucked the walls from
And
where I
it was
came
mostly
from.
my mother who raised us.
My mama.
Before she could finally afford to buy a home,
My father
she
fucked the
rented
neighbor.
a small apartment in the East Bay. In the Bay,
And that's where she started hoeing.
you either live
In the bay.
hills or the flatlands. We lived in the flats. A beautiful working class neighborhood of firefighters, nurses, and construction workers,
And a lot of cocks.
all who tended their lawns with pride. My mother, she worked long hours.
Sounds like the hood.
And like many working parents, she leaned on a trusted circle to help raise us. Mrs. Shelton, who ran the daycare below us and became a second mother. Uncle Sherman, Aunt Mary, Uncle Freddie, Auntie Chris. None of them family by blood.
What's an auntie?
And all of them family by love.
Do you know what an auntie is?
She means aunt.
Oh, her aunt. Her aunt. Really? Oh, okay. Auntie.
How to play chess, and sometimes even let us win. Family who loved us, believed in us, and told us we could be anything and do anything.
Yeah, okay.
They instilled in us the values
Shit.
What?
I'm pretty sure people are already leaving the stadium because they're bored as shit.
God.
importance of
It's like, get on with it already. Tell us what you're going to do. I don't give a fuck about your childhood. Honestly. I'll vote for you. If you got a fucking plan and you're real and you got a plan, I'll vote for you. Like, tell me what you're going to do. Stop fucking beating around the bush right now. What the fuck?
Dude, this is so weird. Like, she could just get to the point, but
I know,
instead
dude.
she-
Like, what are you going to do for the country?
Yeah.
But my mother
She's
never
actually
lost
Oh, my mother, my mother, my father, my father, my mother, my mother, the flats, the hats, the bats, the shats, the mats. Like, yo, what are you going to do for the country?
a lesson that Michelle mentioned the other night.
Oh, my God. Here we go, man.
To never complain about injustice.
She's just going to quote a great mother all fucking night long. God almighty. Talks a big game, but no fucking answers. No questions. No questions answered at all so far.
And she also taught us. And
Oh, here we go. She also taught us how to stick tampons in our assholes. That's what she taught us. Thank you. Direct quote.
I grew up immersed in the ideals of the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
My parents had met at a civil rights gathering.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's true, bro. I'm sure that's true.
Thurgood Marshall.
I can tell you that's not true at all because she already confirmed that her mother is father in Jamaica. Now they
What
mentioned
the fuck in the civil rights movement, bro?
Promise
Come on.
of America.
Oh
So
my God.
at a young age, I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer. And when it came to
And she failed the bar about fucking 5 times.
would pursue, I reflected on a pivotal moment in my life.
When I sucked my fucking first cock. And I'll tell you this, after I sucked it, I got a raise. I got a couple of raises. Then I got more raises. Then I got to be right behind the person whose cock I sucked. And then I took the person out whose cock I sucked and ratted him out and drove him out of office. And then I took his spot over. Then I sucked a couple of more cocks and became the governor of California. Or the mayor or whatever the fuck she was. And then she became the senator because there was more cocks out there to
I
suck.
believe everyone has a right.
Senator, wasn't she?
Yeah, I don't know what the whole line of where she came up, but I know she did start off in an affair with this married guy who was a politician locally where she lived, and she linked up with this guy and started banging him, and she winded up taking that very same guy out, like in a sex scandal thing or some weird shit like that. I don't know the details, but I'm pretty sure that's the story.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
know?
just too human being, people, and that's what you want to vote for?
Shady, weird shit, bro. Conniving, shady, weird shit.
To console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together.
With Donald Trump? Oh, is Donald Trump in it with us?
In the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words. Kamala Harris for the people.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Having them kill people on the streets. Was she for people when she was representing MS-13 people?
I've only had one client, the people.
And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf of every American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up with, people who work hard, chase their dreams, and look out for one another, on behalf of everyone whose story could only be written.
How about what you're gonna do? What the fuck?
I accept your nomination.
Okay, but what are you gonna do though? Is that it? Is that it? Is it just a story about her past and that was it? And then I accept. Here's my childhood. I accept.
And with this election, our nation with this election has a precious, fleeting opportunity to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward.
They said that when Obama became president, but where do we go?
Not as members of any one party or faction, but as Americans. And let me say, I know there are people of various political views watching tonight, and I want you to know, I promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me to put country above party and self.
Yeah, okay. You really did that as vice president, right?
America's fundamental principles, from the rule of law to free and fair elections to the peaceful transfer of power.
Since you're all about free and fair elections.
Around our highest aspirations.
Oh my God, it's just all fucking just like quotes.
Who is realistic, practical, and has common sense, and always fights for the American people. From the courthouse to the White House, that has been my life's work.
Wow.
As a young courtroom prosecutor in Oakland, California, I stood up for women and children against predators who abuse them. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks, delivered $20 billion for middle-class families who faced foreclosure, and helped pass a homeowner bill of rights, one of the first of its kind in the nation.
Fact checkers.
I stood up for veterans and students being scammed by big for-profit colleges,
When did she do all this in California?
who are being cheated
No,
out
but
of
it's thinking about fighting the big banks and getting trillions of dollars for the middle class.
Where did she, like, did she do all this in California? Because I know California is all fucked up. Like, what?
Trafficking guns and drugs and human beings who threaten the security of our border and
What about the
safety
borders
of
are?
our communities. And I will tell you, these fights were not easy. And neither were the elections that put me in those offices. We were underestimated at practically every turn. But we never gave up because the future is always worth fighting for. And that's the fight we are in right now, a fight for America's future.
Not a word about what we're gonna do, right? Not a word about any strategy or.
This election is
Not gonna do
not
anything.
only the
this
most
is a big-
important of our lives,
They said that 4 years ago.
one of the most important in the life of our nation. In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man.
Here we go.
But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious.
Here we go. Yep. Kill him. Basically kill him.
Consider not only the chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election. Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes. When he failed, he sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol, where they assaulted law enforcement officers. When politicians in his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help, he did the opposite.
Oh my God.
He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans and separately found liable for committing sexual abuse. And consider what he intends
Oh my
to do
God, man.
if we give him power again. Consider his explicit intent to set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy.
They're talking about jailing people that they don't agree with, that he's going to jail people he doesn't agree with. But meanwhile, that's what they've been doing.
Citizens, consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution.
But you'd be okay with that, right? We could trust you with that, though, right?
With no guardrails. And how he would use the immense powers of the presidency of the United States. Not to improve your life, not to strengthen our national security, but to serve the only client he has ever had, himself. And we know what a second Trump term would look like. It's all laid out in Project 2025.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, dude. I can't.
But America,
Oh my God.
we are not going back.
Oh my God, man.
You pause that for a second. Come on, she just flat out lied.
Laying it out, bro. Just laying it all out now.
She said it was. She said she literally said Trump tried to throw out your votes. That's not true. Trump ballots were being burnt. Trump ballots being thrown away.
No, they're not gonna mention that, bro. No, Come on.
literally Democrats were the ones throwing out people's votes, and she's saying no, that was Trump.
Yeah. Wait, I want to hear what she says here. Hold on. Hold on.
Going to let people security and Medicare. We are not going back to when he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. We are not going to let him eliminate the Department of Education that funds our public schools.
What?
We are not going to let him end programs like Head Start that provide preschool and child care for our children. America, we are not going back.
Oh my God. No, we're going to go forward, which means it's going to get more expensive to live and more expensive to buy groceries and gas and food and all the shit. Right? What a bunch of bullshit.
Where they ripped from their families. Literally ripped them apart.
Bunch of fucking bullshit.
Middle class, because we know a strong middle class has always been critical to America's success. And building that middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
Okay. Right.
And I'll tell you, this is personal for me. The middle class is where I come from. My mother kept a strict budget. We lived within our means, yet we wanted for little. And she expected us to make the most of the opportunities that were available to us and to be grateful for them. Because as she taught us, opportunity is not available to everyone. That's why we will create what I call an opportunity economy where everyone has the chance to compete and a chance to succeed.
Right.
Whether you live in a rural area, small town, or big city. And as president, I will bring together labor and workers and small business owners and
Because you did it so much as a vice president, right?
to create jobs, to grow our economy, and to lower the cost of everyday needs like health care and housing and groceries. We will provide access to capital for small business owners and entrepreneurs and founders. And we will end America's housing shortage and protect Social Security and Medicare. Now compare that to Donald Trump. Because I think everyone here knows he doesn't actually fight for the middle class. He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. And all the while, he intends to enact
what are you talking about? Like, especially the fact that if you consider, like, the billionaires paid more taxes under Donald Trump than any other president combined.
For almost $4,000 a year. Well, instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans. Friends, I believe America cannot truly be prosperous unless Americans are fully able to make their own decisions about their own lives, especially on matters of heart and home. But tonight, in America, too many women are not able to make those decisions.
Oh my God, here we go.
And let's be clear about how we got here. Donald Trump handpicked members of the United States Supreme Court to take away reproductive freedom. And now he brags about it. In his words, quote, "I did it and I'm proud to have done it," end quote. Well, I'll tell you, over the past 2 years, I've traveled across our country, and women have told me their stories. Husbands and fathers have shared theirs. Stories of women miscarrying in a parking lot, developing sepsis, losing the ability to ever again have children, all because doctors are afraid they may
All because of Donald Trump's 4 years.
caring for their patients. Couples just trying to grow their family, cut off in the middle of IVF treatments. Children who have survived sexual assault,
All because of Donald Trump, bro. He did this.
forced to carry a pregnancy.
In those 4 years he was president.
This is what's happening in our country because of Donald Trump.
Because of the 4 years around the fucking 16 that Biden and Obama did.
He and his
Fuck this
allies
bitch. She's just fighting for the skin of her teeth.
to
Fuck
birth
her.
control, ban medication abortion, and enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress.
What? That's a fucking lie and a half.
He plans to create a national anti-abortion coordinator.
What?
And force states to report on women's miscarriages and abortions.
Oh my God, what a lie that is.
Simply put, they are out of their minds.
That is a fucking lie and a half right there.
I'm running on a line now. First it was Biden, now it's her. She is running on a line now.
Dude,
This
that is a
exactly-
fucking huge lie. He does not want to ban it.
Why exactly is it that they don't trust women?
Oh my
The point-
God,
Well,
man.
we trust women. We trust women. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. In this election, many other fundamental freedoms are at stake. The freedom to live safe from gun violence in our schools, communities, and places of
Trump
worship.
did it. He did that too in those 4 years.
Openly and with pride. The freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water and live free from the pollution
Trump ruined the air and the water.
crisis. And the freedom that unlocks all the others the freedom to vote. With this election, we finally have the opportunity to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Freedom to Vote Act.
Huh. All gauged to fucking let people from out of our country vote.
And let me be clear, after decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought together Democrats and conservative Republicans to write the strongest border bill in decades. The Border Patrol endorsed it. But Donald Trump believes a border deal would hurt his campaign. So he ordered his allies in Congress to kill the deal. Well, I refuse to play politics with our security, and here is my pledge to you.
My God, man.
As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law.
How? Why couldn't you do that for the last 3 years, 4 years?
To our proud heritage as a nation of immigrants and reform our broken immigration system.
Our broken immigration system? What? What's broken about it? What's broken about it is people are coming in illegally.
And America, we must also be steadfast in advancing our security and values abroad. As Vice President, I have confronted threats to our security, negotiated with foreign leaders, strengthened
What?
our alliances, and engaged with our brave troops overseas.
When did you do that?
As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world. And I will fulfill our sacred obligation to care for our troops and their families, and I will always honor and never disparage their service and their sacrifice.
Okay. Sure you will.
Do that instead. What is this for?
I will make sure. In tampons.
Future on space and artificial intelligence, that America, not China, wins the competition for the 21st century, and that we strengthen, not abdicate, our global leadership. Trump, on the other hand, threatened to abandon NATO. He encouraged Putin to invade our allies, said Russia could, quote, do whatever the hell they want. 5 days before Russia attacked Ukraine, I met with President Zelensky to warn him about Russia's plan to invade. I helped mobilize a global response over
Have
countries.
anything to do with that?
Putin's aggression. And as president, I will stand strong with Ukraine and our NATO allies. With respect to the war in Gaza, President Biden and I are working around the clock, because now is the time to get a hostage deal and a ceasefire deal done. And let me be clear, I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself, because the people of Israel must never again face the horror that a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7.
Oh, she's going to take a lot of heat for that right there, man.
And the massacre of young people at a music festival.
At
the same time, what has happened in Gaza over the past 10 months is devastating. So many
Here we go, the flip-flop right now.
desperate, hungry people fleeing for safety over and over again. The scale of suffering is heartbreaking. President Biden and I are working to end this war such that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, security, freedom, and self-determination.
I mean, like, you're saying you're working with the president to do that, but, like, you got 5 months, right? So, you know, you had all this time to do that, but now you're going to get it done, right?
To defend our forces and our interests against Iran and Iran-backed terrorists. I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump. Because, you know, they know.
They're rooting for Trump.
He is easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. They know Trump won't hold autocrats accountable.
Yeah, because you know what? Flattery and favors will work on Trump because, you know, he needs so much. He doesn't have any money or anything. He's not spoiled already or has everything that he ever wanted already. You know, so these people can offer him so much in favors and money and, yeah.
Democracy and tyranny.
Right.
I know where I stand, and I know where the United States belongs.
It belongs in every war that's going on. It belongs in our money taken out of our pockets and given to fucking other countries to fight wars that we have nothing to do with. That's where we belong, right?
Fellow Americans, I love our country with all my heart.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Everywhere I go, in everyone I meet, I see a nation that is ready to move forward, ready for the next step in the incredible journey that is America. I see an America where we hold fast to the fearless belief that built our nation.
What about when they were burning our country down and she said they should keep doing it? What about that?
Anything is possible.
Yeah,
That
anything.
nothing is out of reach.
Nothing.
And America.
You should have nothing to complain about, people in America. The same people that were looting and rioting, you guys should have nothing to complain about, right? From what Kamala is saying right here.
What separates us?
Right? What she's saying right here. I mean,
In this country, anything is possible. That nothing is out of reach. And America, where we care for one another, look out for one another, and recognize that we have so much more in common than what separates us.
but that's not what you were saying for the last fucking 10 years. You were saying how the cops need to be defunded and fucking, I mean, all kinds of crazy shit. Now, what happened to all that?
And that in unity there is strength. You know, our opponents in this race are out there every day denigrating America, talking about how terrible everything is.
It is.
Well, my mother had another lesson.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Never let anyone tell you who you are. You show them who you are.
Are you going to say that to other fucking leaders and other dictators around the world? You're going to tell them what your mom said? Well, my mom said never give in to a dictator, right?
Each other and the world who we are and what we stand for. Freedom, opportunity, compassion, dignity, fairness, and endless possibilities.
Yeah, it's all hunky-dory now, but like for the last fucking 7 years of her career, she's just bashed the shit out of America and said it sucks and it's racist and it's too many cops and too much.
Greatest democracy in the history of the world.
Oh, but I mean, all these positives now.
Our grandchildren and all.
Because now she was given the favor now. You know what I mean? Now America's a great place because I get to be president. Now it's a great place. You know what I mean? It sucked all the way up until the point where I was told I'm going to be the next person that the machine gets behind. It sucked all the way up until then. Now that the machine's behind me, it's a great place. This is the greatest place on earth. This is the best place in the world.
Possibilities.
Of course it is, right? Now it is. Now it's great.
We are the heirs to the greatest democracy in the history of the world. And on behalf of our children and our grandchildren and all those who
Fucking
sacrificed
ridiculous, I swear.
so dearly for our freedom and liberty, we must be worthy of this moment. It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done, guided by optimism and faith, to fight for this country we love, to fight for the ideals we cherish, and to uphold the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American.
Now it's a great place, right? I love it. I love it. Go back and watch videos of fucking 5 years ago of her, 4 years ago of her.
Let's get out there, let's vote for it, and together let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
God, it's so fucking rehearsed. So rehearsed, man. Now they're gonna be gawking over that now for the next fucking 3 months. They're gonna be gawking over it.
Oh God, there was people crying, and oh Jesus, they were crying in the crowd, and oh God, everybody was crying. It was great, and everybody with all the cat ladies were crying, and it was so good, and the cat ladies all were in the front row crying, and everybody was just loving Kamala Harris, and
not a word. I mean, like, dude, you know, it's great when you get up there and you say the whole fucking speech and you do the whole thing and you say everything everybody wants to hear and they're all waiting to hear, and you got the crowd already ready to go, and you come out and you fucking give it all, and it's great. You know, it's all words. It's all fucking words. You know what I mean? And the last fucking 3.5 years, there's been no action. These people have fucked our economy up and fucked our country up and involved us in 2 different wars. They fucking left this other country, Afghanistan, and left all this equipment behind, and fucking people died, and there's people fucking falling off the sides of airplanes, and fucking it was chaotic and crazy, and like, that's leadership, you know? Like, you get us involved in 2 fucking wars break out, that's leadership. Inflation hits, everything doubles, that's leadership. In fucking 3.5 years, everything went to shit. Like, Trump may not have been the best president of all time, but you know what? He was better than this bullshit. You know? And it's like, who are we kidding? You know, like, you could go out there and talk a big game, and that's what they did. They talked a big game. They came out on the stage, and then all of a sudden, Tampon Tim comes out with his fucking stupid wife. You know what I mean? And they're out there fucking hobnobbing it up, like, oh, and they're all smiling, like, oh, we really hit a grand slam tonight. She delivered a whole speech. Holy shit. We finally have a candidate that could deliver a fucking speech without fucking sitting there and wandering off every fucking 3 minutes. Wow. You know? Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, it's all fucking movies and lights and shows, and it's all fucking... Steven Spielberg is working with all these people. He's working with the Democratic Party. Steven Spielberg. Yeah. He's throwing together all this shit for these people, bro. And he's trying to make it all like, you know, it's all an act. It's all fucking just bullshit. It's all words. It's all fucking words. There is no action. It's just all fucking words.
Dude, I caught one of the first things in the early on from her speech, she was like, I fought the big banks, and it helped get $3 million to help the middle class. I'm like, what the fuck did that come from? What?
I know, it's just all kinds of things that she did that are so great, and it's like, but none of them have been done in the last 3 years. It's all shit that she did when she was somewhere else, and you know what? That's all, if you fact check that shit, it's all probably bullshit too. You know what I mean?
It's because it probably just came out of her ass, and so like, I did this.
And the funny thing is, like, I bet you if you check CNN right now and you check this and you check that, it's all going to be bullshit. It's all going to be just, like, they're all going to be loving it and fucking going ape shit and just, you know, it'll be a whole big fucking thing. You know what I mean? It'll be all about how great it was, and it'll just be total horse shit. Total fucking horse shit.
Yeah, but what got me was, like, she started off by saying, this is so funny, because she started off by saying, my mother met my dad in Jamaica or something.
Yeah, I would love to fact check that. Like, your parents met at a fucking, at a what was it, a rally, she said? Like a fucking civil rights rally?
civil rights rally and shit.
Yeah, like, is that for real? Like, I never heard that once before until now. Like, is that even true, or is that a bunch of bullshit? Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
first she said her mother met in Jamaica. Then she said they met each other and a civil rights activist. So when they were protesting, they saw each other like, ooh.
dude, it's just fucking. I mean, it's just one fucking lie after the next, one bullshit story after the next. And you know, like, listen, she delivered a great speech. She delivered a great speech. She fucking, you know, for the people that were there and the people that are listening at home, right? That wanted that speech, she fed them what they wanted. She said exactly what they wanted her to say, the exact way. She uses her hands all the fucking time, and she talks really weird. It's fucking weird how much she uses her hands. It's the weirdest thing. But I just can't really see her, like, defending America against, like, you know, other fucking heavyweights in this world that push presidents around every day for breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, you won't, like, they basically say that Donald Trump bows down to these other people. And then he says, well, I mean, am I supposed to, like, be their enemy and not speak with them and just call them all kinds of names and threaten to go to war with them? Or am I supposed to make, like, a relationship with them enough that I can fucking talk to them and negotiate and shit and not go to war with them and make sure they don't go to war with anybody, type of thing? And it's like, which one would you rather do? You know, you get called a fucking dictator lover, and he admires these people, and they do favors and things for him, you know, and he's buyable. You know what I mean? Because he's never experienced really good things in life, so they could buy him at any point with hookers and money and fucking cars and power, and, right?
You know, he's got plenty of that.
Yeah, dude, this guy's fucked models and strippers and fucking probably everything that's fucking walked. He probably fucked more chick than Wilt Chamberlain's cock, okay? And they act like this guy could be bought and sold so easily. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, he won't bow down to people that'll prosecute him for shit he did fucking 30 years ago, supposedly did 30 years ago. And he won't bow down to those people who threaten his life, threaten to shoot him and kill him, say that he's a fucking problem to democracy, he's a threat to democracy, people should basically kill him. That's what they're basically saying. Like, this guy, if he becomes president, we're all fucked, we're going into concentration camps, right? So they basically throw that out into the world and say, go kill him. And he won't bow down to those people, but he'll bow down to these dictators who can't do a fucking thing to him and can't say shit really to him because he's part of the most powerful country in the world. And it's like, who are we fucking kidding? What kind of fucking wool are you pulling over our eyes? You think we're that fucking stupid? Like, you really think we're that fucking dumb? Come on.
It's the fact that they're stupid. Like, they're the same people that will claim Trump's a freaking dictator in a war criminal or some shit like that.
Trump will destroy her in a debate is 150% fucking right. There is no doubt about that, Chad. I said that to my wife tonight at dinner, you know, because she kind of thinks that Kamala is got the upper hand and is going to win this whole thing. And I've been steadfast from day one. Like, yeah, this is all smoke and mirrors, all right? And if you're a halfway fucking decent American, you'll know that this is all bullshit and it's all just for show. When it comes down to real action and someone who can truly lead a country like ours and truly make a change within a small amount of time, even if the pressure is on him like a boulder, right? This guy could still deliver, even if the pressure is on him like a boulder, right? We've seen it. We've seen him under fire, bro. We've seen this guy under fire. We've seen this guy as a president already. We know what we're getting as opposed to what we would get with Kamala Harris. What we would get with her is just a pony, just a puppet, just someone that they fucking breaded from day one to fucking come up and take it. Who do we got here? Ghost, what up, baby? Ooh, it's the Ghost.
put me in the summer, dancing all around like Obama. Yeah, that's right, like I'm Obama. Yo, your mama.
Just like Obama.
Obama's
mama.
With the women in the evening.
Michael's got a big cock then.
This is Cleveland and
Obama's wife. Obama's wife. Obama's wife.
Looking forward to Friday. Reports are out that RFK is dropping out and supporting Trump.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, man. That's the buzz going around right now. Bullsy, you there? Snoozy? Bullsy? You here? Bullsy. That's what I heard, man. That's what the buzz is right now, that RFK is going to back out and he's going to, like, endorse Trump. And then he's going to be, like, kind of fucking, you know, touring the country trying to get people to vote for Trump. You know, that's what they're saying. So you're dead on with that. Yeah, Obama's hands all over that speech, 100%, dude. Because Obama and fucking Hillary and dude, Obama, Hillary, and Pelosi, right? Those some bitches, right, are the ones who truly, like, control the whole fucking gamut. I mean, they you know, I mean, I'm sure there's people over them that are just rich, you know, that probably will be able to hit them up and be like, yo, you better do this, and you better say that, and you better do this. But other than that, they're in charge, man. You know what I mean? Like, those fuckers are in charge, man. There's no doubt. And, oh, yeah, that was kind of Obama-esque. You know what I mean? That was Obama-esque, because it does remind me a lot of that Obama speech back in the day. Bullsy.
Yeah, what's up?
What happened? I lost you.
Oh yeah, I had to do a quick cleanup on my
Oh, all right. I didn't know you bounced. I thought I lost you because it made a weird noise and shit.
No, it wasn't me bouncing, actually. I was just, like, cleaned up my phone and I got kicked out of Skype, so.
Oh. Well, you want to hang out? I'm going to stay on for at least another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to bounce if you want to stay on for a little, but it's up to you.
I got time.
Yeah, so anyway, I was saying that they were saying in the chat that this speech was Obama-esque. Like, his hands were all over it. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like it was, like, breaded after him, or it was him writing it or some shit.
Well, I do have a theory about that. Obama back then, if he were to have a third term, and he said it himself, I would be an earpiece for the person that is, you know, running for president, and I'd just be the earpiece saying what to say and do what to do, right? That's kind of one of the reasons why Biden's way of running as president, with all the regulations and bills he signed,
Yeah.
it's Obama-esque.
Abel Salas says that's why Putin made military moves only while Obama and Biden were presidents, and that is technically true. He did not fucking do a thing when Trump was president. Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing.
I'll get to that later, but my theory about Obama-esque is that he was an earpiece for Joe Biden. Now, at first, when Joe Biden dropped out in Kamala, Obama was against it. Like, he did not like that. But up until that speech, before that speech, well, it was prior to Obama saying, yeah, I endorse Kamala Harris now. So the day he endorsed her, the same day she cut that Obama-esque speech, I think he endorsed her because he's the one that wrote her speech.
He's probably like, I'll endorse you and I'll do all this and that, but you got to fucking say this and you got to say this exactly. You know what I mean? I mean, it's almost like, you know, Obama made that whole statement about, you know, and he said he was kidding around, and he played it off as he was kidding around. But if you read between the lines, man, I mean, it's possible. And you know what? If you mentioned it and you said it like that and you said you were kidding around, you could be fucking totally just doing that switcheroony on that where you're like, of course I'm kidding around, but I'm not kidding around. You know what I mean? And he made that statement about, I would maybe love to sit back and control somebody, kind of like where you have like an earpiece in, and I can tell you do this, do that, say this, say that, do this, do that, and say this, say that. And I could control everything again after I did 8 years already as president. But now I could sit in my own room on the computer controlling everything, controlling the fucking board right from my office. And you know what? That's basically what they're going to do. If Kamala Harris wins, you can guarantee it's president by committee, because people like Hillary and people like Soros and people like fucking Obama and God knows who are other people, these donors, these big fucking name donors that we all don't know about in corporations and, you know, all that shit, those people will be in charge. Those are the people that are in charge. And you know what? They wouldn't have a problem going to war and putting all of our kids and all of you people that are young into the war, and all of you dying as long as they come out the winners. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. And it's happened time and time and time again in this country where we've gone to war for politicians and died for politicians in wars, and we just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. You know? But back in the day, at least we used to be like, oh, we're doing it for America and the American way, man. It's for freedom. Now we're not stupid anymore. We know it's not for freedom. We know it's not the way it used to be or the way that it was sold to us when we were kids. All right? That, you know, you fight for your country and you fight. What are we fighting for? We're fighting for freedom. No, you're fighting for oil. You're over in fucking Iraq for oil. That's really why we're here. No, we're here for freedom. No, really not. You're really here for oil and a bunch of other shit. You know, and then you could set up bases all throughout the world when you win a world war. You know what I mean? Like we already have. And, you know, we control the whole deck. So now people like Obama can sit there and just type away and send emails and say, Kamala, do this. Kamala, say that. Kamala, make this decision. Kamala, don't speak to this person. Kamala, like, and that's the way it's going to be if she wins. She's not going to make decisions. You can guarantee that. She's not going to make decisions because they're already throwing her a bone. They probably went there and said, you know, listen, if we let this be a primary, you probably wouldn't be voted in as the number one choice to be president on the Democratic ticket. And we're throwing you a bone. So by us doing this, you need to listen to us if we're going to put this whole thing behind you. And you know they said that to her. You know they did. You know they did. There's no way they'd let her become president without total fucking control. No way. No way. I don't believe that for a fucking second.
But you know what the best thing about that speech will be? Ken will be?
What?
You know what that will be, Ken?
What?
Is that everybody that listened to it will tear it apart. With the exception of the left, people that listen to it will tear it apart.
No, you're right. And I can't wait to hear, like, them fact check some of the shit she said, like her parents meeting at a fucking, you know, civil rights fucking movement together. Like, that's just astronomical to me. I never knew that. And I know that about every politician. Like, if their parents were involved with some, because, like, the people that are politicians now and can be president are, like, a little bit younger than my parents. And they're like the baby boomers kids in a way. And, you know, and so I know that, like, that era and shit. And it's like, I don't know. I just catch her in so many fucking lies, this woman. It's just, and so many other people do too. And they're going to fact check all this shit she said. And we'll find out if her parents really met at a fucking, you know, at an event like that. Because if that is true, I don't think it's true. If that is true, that's pretty wild that, you know, I would be impressed by that. But I really don't think it's true. You can't believe anything these fucking people say. You really can't.
Yeah, but it's not just going to be her. You remember that woman coming out being like, I'm part of the sandwich committee or some shit like that?
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
I'm part of the sandwich committee.
This bitch is on the sandwich committee. No wonder why they're in the fucking crowd crying. This bitch belongs on the sandwich committee. She makes sandwiches all fucking day. No wonder why she's crying. All these cat ladies and sandwich women are out in the fucking crowd just losing their shit, crying because Kamala's fucking talking shit about Donald Trump the whole fucking time. That's basically what she did, just talk shit about Donald Trump the entire fucking time. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, Donald Trump's a fucking dictator. Oh, Donald Trump likes cock. Oh, Donald Trump likes this guy. Donald Trump wants to do that. Donald Trump said this. Donald Trump fucking hates that. Donald Trump demeans this. Donald Trump demeans that. The whole fucking night. Donald Trump, Donald Trump. His name was probably mentioned more than Kamala Harris's fucking name. Honest to God.
Yeah.
Honest to God. I
Yeah.
think Donald Trump's name was mentioned more than her fucking name. It's the craziest shit. Like, these people are obsessed and deranged. And you know what? I guarantee you, whoever the next time a Republican runs for office, right, and it's not Donald Trump, I bet you they don't do the same shit. I bet you it's like more back to where the way it used to be, like where they call each other out on their records, but they respect each other and they leave families out and don't say this and don't go over that line and don't go over that line. I bet you it goes back to that eventually, because you know what? Both sides are going to be in bed together again, where it's like, okay, if you pick a Republican, he has a hand up his ass and people are telling him what to do. If you pick a Democrat, they have a hand up that person's ass and they're telling them what to do. So no matter who you pick, there's someone controlling the motherfucker anyway. And once they go back to that, they'll go back to normal shit, because it really doesn't matter if they get personal, and really doesn't matter who's president at the end of the day. They're still going to run shit. And see, with Donald Trump in the picture, that's not going to happen. So that's why there's such a problem. It's like, yo, we can't let him be president again because we can't run him. And he makes all these fucking decisions, fucking up all our shit. We can't go to war. We can't do this. We can't do that because he's in fucking direct contact with these other leaders. And we don't want him to be in direct contact with these other leaders because then we can't go to war with them. You know what I mean? Like, that they don't want that. They don't want him talking to other leaders. They don't want him in the White House again, because then they can't fucking drive home what they need to do. It's fucking so obvious. It's so fucking obvious. Donald Trump is an asshole. Yes, he is an asshole. But he's not a politician. He doesn't want to come off likable to you. Honestly, he doesn't want to come off likable to you. Like, he wants to come off as, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fucking do the right thing, like, by the people. You know what I mean? That's what he wants. He doesn't want fucking you to love him and like him. He wants you just to understand, if you vote me in, I'm going to do the right thing and I'm going to try to do this or that. And I promise you what I'm going to do. I'm telling you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try my best to do it. And you know what? He did do it. Like, that whole shit that he moved that whatchamacallit, in Israel. He moved the capital of Israel, or not the capital, the consulate, like where, you know, where we have our place. I forgot what it's called, where we have like a person from the U.S. there in that country. It's like, I forgot what it's called, but he moved it in Israel, and he was the first president that, I mean, he was one of like 100 presidents that said, I'm going to do this, and never did it. None of them ever did it. They all promised it, basically. None of them ever did it. He was the first president that said, I'm going to do this, and then he actually did it. And it was like one of the first things he did when he went in office. And it was like he started doing all these things that he actually said he was going to do when he was running. And that was like one of the first times that I ever saw a president start doing actually the shit they said they were going to do when they were running. Like, all these people get up there and promise all these great fucking things, and they don't deliver. Obama, when he got up and he won his acceptance speech, he said he was going to unite everybody and bring everybody together and fucking do all this great shit. And you know what? I even bought into it. Like, yo, man, I'm behind this guy 100%. If he's going to fucking do all this, and he can do all this and inspire all the sides to come together, I'm behind it. You know, and nothing ever happened. It all dudded out. It all became like, rule is regular. Like, you're ruling just like any old white guy would have done it. You're doing the same shit any old white guy would have done. You're part of the whole system. We could tell you fucking really don't give a fuck about us. You know, you're not one of these people that really care about the people. You know, you could tell after a while, it was pretty evident that Obama was just like a shill. Just, you know, he was just doing what he was supposed to do. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. Trump was the only guy I saw fucking like implement shit that he promised he was going to do. And he actually, you know, he didn't do all of it, because there is a bunch of shit he did not do. He didn't clean the swamp. He didn't do it. But how could he do it? How could he? He had a million, dude. He had a million people fucking him from every angle, trying to fucking get him arrested, trying to prosecute him, trying to impeach him, trying to fucking. It was like crazy. Like, how could the guy even be president? You didn't even give him 5 minutes of being president without fucking with him.
Yeah.
It's like what?
As president, despite being fucked with all the time, so that's the thing.
And he did. You're right. Even though he got fucked with a million times and was being like mosquitoes biting you to death, and you're at a nice barbecue and you're trying to have a great time, have a beer, and you're gonna have some food, and you're really having a good time, and these mosquitoes are just chomping away at your fucking legs and your arms and your neck the whole time, and you're like, you know what? I'm having a great time, but I'm about to go the fuck crazy. I gotta leave. Like, it's that bad. That's what it was like being president for this guy. It was like being eaten up at a nice barbecue with all your friends and family, and it's like heaven. You know, you're drinking, you're eating, you're partying, you're having a great time. You have whatever party floats your boat. You're at a Coke party, whatever the fuck party is your favorite. You're there, you're having a great time, but the gnats are eating your crotch, your fucking balls. Somehow they're getting in there. They're fucking in the crack of your ass. How the fuck did they even get in there? I tuck my shirt in. They're in your neck, the fucking hair, the hat, the fucking everywhere. And you're like, you know what? Fuck this. That was Trump's presidency. It was a non-stop fucking just bite and chew and fucking just non-stop. And it's like, he still did good shit. He kept us out of war. You know, we didn't have any moments that it was like, oh my God, until COVID hit. But we didn't really have any moments that it was like, oh my God, he's fucking everything up. He's becoming a dictator. Oh my God, he's putting people in jail. Oh my God, he's putting away his political people and taking all our guns from us. Oh my God, he's Hitler. He's throwing people in camps now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, are you serious? Come on.
Sorry, this is the same thing Zabi doing. They'll, and it's just so weird because they're like commies at heart, and they'll be like, they'll try to throw political opponents in jail. They've done that.
Yeah.
They had FBI raid Trump's house.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And not to mention, like, look, I've talked about this beforehand. I'm going to talk about it again. During Trump's assassination attempt, you can't tell me Democrats didn't have a hand in it, regardless of how you look
I mean,
at it.
dude, it's pretty obvious. They appointed the people who were running the CIA, who fucked up everything, who blamed it on the cops and the sheriffs. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like the blame just get pushed down. People resigned and all this shit. But meanwhile, the people were appointed. Those spots were appointed. Those spots by Biden and his cabinet appointed those people into those spots who made the decisions, who fucking kept people off of roofs and put people over here and did stupid shit, who saw this guy fucking 5 hours before he even tried to kill Trump. And it's like, these people did nothing but fuck up. They all fuck up. They're all fuck ups. They either did it on purpose, right? Or they're all fuck ups. Which one is it? Either way, it's fucked up. Because if they did it on purpose, then you know what? Wow, bro. That just proves like all the other presidents and leaders that have been fucking shot and killed, it was all probably the same people. You know who, the alphabet people, right? And if they fucking did it on purpose, that is completely fucked. And you know what? I would believe it at this point, right? But if they did it by accident, it's almost just as fucking bad. Because it's like, you're the CIA. You're supposed to fucking take care of, like, our country's top of the line threats and fucking things against not only our president but our entire country, hacking and all kinds of crazy shit that only the CIA and the excellence of their fucking people that work there and the smarts of the people that work there can deal with. And it's like, you fucked up that bad? Really? Like, that's why you guys are being funded all this money to fuck up that bad? Or you did it on purpose? Which one is it? You know what? We'll never know. We'll never know, bro. We'll never know.
These people are highly trained people. SWAT, the Secret Service, the FBI. Like, these same people already noticed the person even before the shooting, even before the person.
Oh, yeah, dude. 100%. Dude, they had video of him on TV, bro. They had video of this guy on TV, bro. On fucking TV. Like they were doing like a pan in on all the people walking in and shit, like going to the thing, and he was one of the fucking people. All these new videos are coming out with this guy. Not only going up the fucking onto the roof, but just walking around and acting like a fucking idiot, getting in and out of his car, walking into a building, squatting in the middle of the field. All these fucking videos are coming out of this guy. This guy was around that area for fucking like 48 hours straight before Trump got there and like camped out and fucking put up a sign, I'm going to shoot Trump. And they fucking never knew about it. Like, come on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come on, either you're that fucking dumb and everybody's being appointed in a position just because you know somebody and you blow somebody, or you all did it on purpose. And then you're all double agents who want to destroy our country and fucking do illegal shit that people should go to jail for the rest of their fucking lives for. But nobody does. Just Trump. Just Trump goes to jail. Just Trump gets a mugshot. Nobody else does. People who fuck up and either do it because they're retarded or because they did it on purpose, they don't go to jail. Nobody goes to jail. Nah.
Well,
you know what? George Bush doesn't go to jail and tells everybody that there's weapons of mass destruction in fucking Iraq, and then they go and invade an entire country that has nothing to do with us. We weren't even at war with them, right? We go and invade them, take over their entire country, kill their leader, which he should have been killed, but anyway, we kill their leader, have him in a fucking spider hole like a faggot. Sorry. And we do all that shit, and we find out there's no weapons of mass destruction anywhere to be fucking found. We were all lied to. The CIA lied, this guy lied, the president lied, who lied, who no one knows still to this day. And you know what? No one got fucking in trouble for it. We went and took over a whole country. No one got in trouble for it. We got told, oh, they could blow up the earth in one fucking day. They could just send a missile in the air and blow up the whole earth. Iraq? Yeah, Iraq. What? Are you serious? Yeah, they won't let inspectors in to look at their nuclear weapons because they're fucking making monster nukes. Really? Are you serious? Yeah, let's go there and fuck them up and take their shit. Let's do it. We're just kidding. We're here for the oil. We're just really here for the oil. There is no weapons. Don't worry about it. We just want to take over the oil fields. All right? That's what we're doing. You know, and no one went to jail for that. But no, you know what? Arrest Trump for fucking a stripper. You know, that's important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm gonna just talk about right now. They literally brought that story back after Trump won the election. They literally started that story like he paid off a stripper
and dude, his ex-lawyer, right, was in on it and was right there to testify and fucking blow up the whole shit, right, in his story. And the fucking stripper who took money from Trump to shut her mouth and signed a contract to shut her mouth, right? She got paid all this money for fucking that dirty old man, right, and signed a contract, right? Meanwhile, you're a porn star. You get fucked for a living. You fuck this guy. You made all this money just to shut your mouth. And now here you are like 20 years later and they're like, yo, we'll give you this much money and we'll make you a star if you fucking come into court and you testify and we go after him. And she was probably like, there's no way they're going to be able to get him because blah, 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 blah. And they're like, no. Don't worry. We're going to get him. And they did. They did. They got him. Mm-hmm. They fucking got him. You know what I mean? They got him, bro. And they brag about it. They brag about it to this day. He's a felon.
They did. Yeah. They did get him, but it was not a criminal crime, basically. Like, it was basically like a contract they signed, and it was not enough to even convict him of a criminal.
I know, dude, I know, but they fucking sit there and they brag about it, and it's like, it just proves that they turn the system against anybody they want. And you know what? If they could do it against Trump, someone who doesn't bow down to them, they could do it against anyone, you know? Anyone. So...
Yeah, but this is funny, Ken. Like, they know they haven't actually convicted him of a felon. They just say it. So they decided to bring the story back again. And the prosecutor was like, no, he paid her off to conceal his true motives.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, who the fuck knows, bro? Who the fuck knows, man? It's so... They're going to just break... I'm sure CNN right now is fucking eating up that whole entire, like, they're probably playing it back 10 times over, everything she said, and they're probably loving it too. They're probably crying. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people on CNN crying right now, like literally crying, because that's how they are over there. They fucking they go right into it, man. They go right into it.
Yeah, but they can't. Yeah, but you can't really prove what Trump did was a white collar crime at this point because it's just like, hey, don't say anything about us having sex. So what are you gonna do about that? You're really gonna try to convict
I
somebody?
mean, like, they want to talk about all this shit about Trump's past. Like, if they brought up other people's fucking past, they would be like, you know.
Everybody's criminal. Don't be saying shit like that. Meanwhile, you got Kamala Harris, who, I don't know, supports, well, not really Kamala Harris, but I already told you about this, but Ethan Heim getting prosecuted by the Department of Justice, Biden's, by the way, for exposing a Texas hospital for prescribing sex changes to children illegally, which is illegal in Texas, and they still did it. And yet he is getting prosecuted for just doing that.
Yeah,
That's how it is, and you can go whatever. But here's one thing that I'm really kind of just scratching my head is, guys, going back to the whole speech before Kamala Harris. Like, to be honest with you, I thought like the first 3 speeches before Kamala was actually good. Well, actually was more entertaining at least. But the Republican that came out, like, they're not real conservatives. I would support rule of law with Kamala, the same girl who prosecutes marijuana smokers. And Trump's a coward. And he's a coward. Even though Kamala and Biden were the ones that left our troops in Afghanistan alone, and Russia attacked Ukraine under Biden and Kamala, but we don't bring up that.
I know,
we
man. I know. You know, Trump's got to come out now, bro, and he's got to go, like, not hard on her, like, calling her names and shit. He's got to go hard on, like, all the fuck-ups that her and Biden have fumbled over the last fucking 3.5 years, and he's got to go back further, and he's got to remind people constantly what this bitch was saying fucking 5 years ago when she was running for president. The like extreme shit that she was saying about defunding the police and people fucking rioting in this country, and they shouldn't stop rioting and they should keep doing it, and blah blah blah, all this crazy shit she was talking. And now all of a sudden it's a big love fucking fest. It's a big I love America, the greatest country in the world. Yeah, because now that you have everything behind you and there's no one in front of you now, like, of course, you love everything and everybody. It's great. It's the fantastic. It's the fucking best place in the world, because now I'm the leader. Now I'm going to be the chosen one. Now it's the best. Yeah, I see how it goes. I see how it fucking goes. It's just say whatever to get what you need to get. You know, no action, just fucking words. That's all it is. It was all words. If anybody believes that shit, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Bullsy, I got to bounce. I got to fucking go to the store for my father now.
Yeah. Okay.
But dude, thanks for hanging out with me, man, and talking this shit. And you know, I mean, as long as we are not sheep, you know, people can make up their own minds, I guess.
Oh, to be fair, we're all sheep to some extent. It just depends what you choose to follow.
Well, that is true. That is true.
Be careful what you put your faith in, because you can easily find that. So.
Yeah. Look, nowadays, anybody could lie at any fucking time and nobody calls them out. Well, especially if they're fucking Democrat. Like, nobody calls them out. So, that's the way it is.
So don't put your faith in politicians, okay?
Yeah.
Then you get people like Democrats, okay?
All politics. Don't talk politics with your friends and family, please. Nobody.
It's easy. It's easy to be sheep, okay? Just understand that. So as long as you can recognize that, you'll find a way to understand it and find ways to avoid it, be able to see more clearly, and at least break everything down. See you later.
Yo. Can you hear me? Oh, you must have bounced. All right. Well, that's it for the Kamala show. The Hamina show. Shout out to Bullsy for calling in. Glad I could spend this Thursday night with you guys covering this fucking bullshit. This shit is so thick, I'm gonna need a shovel to get out of this fucking room tonight.
Fucking phenomenal.
Peace out, everybody. I'll see you guys this weekend. Everybody have a good rest of your week. Have a good Friday. God bless, and we'll see where we go from here. Peace.
How is your neck doesn't work? It doesn't check your network. How does your network? Check your network. What is your network?
Ken on 10, once again, crank it up to 10. Come and join your friend, it's Ken on 10. No, it's not Len, it's Ken on 10. Cranked all the way up in the studio once again. Time for Ken on 10. Tell a friend, pass it all around again. It's that time, my friend. It's Ken on 10. Crank it all the way up once again. Put it all the way up to 10. It's Ken on 10. Foul Mouse Network. Once again, tell a friend. Crank it all the way up to 10. No matter when, crank the dial up once again. It's Ken on 10. It's Ken on 10. Hey, tell a friend. Pass it all around once again. It's Ken. It's Ken. Cranked up to 10. It's Ken on 10. How is your neck doesn't work? If it doesn't check your network. Ken on 10, once again, crank it up to 10, come and join your friends. It's Ken on 10, no it's not Len, it's Ken on 10, cranked all the way up in the studio once again. It's Ken, cranked up to 10, it's Ken on 10, how is your neck, does it work? If it doesn't check your network. Ken on 10, once again, crank it up to 10, come and join your friend. It's Ken on 10, no it's not Len, it's Ken on 10, cranked all the way up in the studio once again. It's Ken, cranked up to 10, Foul Mouse Network. Once again, tell a friend, crank it all the way up to 10, no matter when, crank it dial up once again. It's Ken on 10, it's Ken on 10, hey tell a friend, pass it all around once again. It's Ken, cranked up to 10, how is your neck, does it work? If it doesn't check your network, if it doesn't check your network. Ken on 10, once again, crank it up to 10, come and join your friend. It's Ken on 10, no it's not Len, it's Ken on 10, crank all the way up in the studio once again. How is your network? Check your network, what is your network? Crank it up once again, shout out to the chat, it's Ken on 10, Ken on 10.